2020 and 2021. His attorney, Justin Gelfand, says Bush is on their witness list.
Congresswoman Bush is on our witness list, and as with any case in a federal criminal defense context, we will decide after the government rests who we call as witnesses.
Gelfand says that this criminal case was brought only because Meritz is married to Cori Bush. He argues, unlike other pandemic fraud cases, Meritz had real companies that were unable to operate during the shutdown, therefore rightfully receive pandemic relief loans. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
The KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. SpaceX's Starlink has dropped fees to help Iranian demonstrators share protest details globally, according to activists. It follows Iran's January 8th shutdown of telecommunications amid protests over its economy and currency collapse. Starlink is banned in Iran. It's been smuggled in since 2022. Activists report over 50,000 units are in use, disguised to avoid detection. The Dow from Stifel's down 155 points to 49,036. We've got a stalled vehicle, 6440 going east at Winghaven on the right shoulder. Also, some road work on 55 going south at Broadway. That's in the right lane.
The northwest flow is back. We'll look for some clearing skies going through our Wednesday afternoon. Gusty winds from the northwest, and our temperatures are slowly falling. We should be down into the low 30s by late today. Tonight, clear. It's cold. Pretty big temperature drop, 18 for the low. On Thursday, sunny and cold, 32. Thursday night, lots of clouds. Some light snow and snow flurries late Thursday night, 26. I don't think it's a big deal. Friday, partly sunny and 42, but gusty winds from the northwest will drop our temperatures in the afternoon. Saturday, partly sunny, 29. Sunday, sunny and 26. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Right now, we've got a blue sky and 37 degrees downtown at the Arch. The winds are out of the north-northwest at 21 miles per hour, gusting up to 35 miles per hour. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Wednesday. Pretty day. I don't mind the cold.
It's very pretty.
It was, you take what you get. But the 65 or whatever it was yesterday was just kind of weird. So I don't mind it. Wheels, you look professional.
It's snazzy, huh?
You look like it's picture day at grade school.
That's kind of what it is. This is my new favorite shirt.
Yeah, it's good.
I just got it for Christmas, and I haven't worn it because it's been too warm.
Yes.
Today's finally under 40, and I can wear it.
There you go.
Comfy. It's so soft.
Let me just get this out of the way and bitch about my health. And as you guys know, I'm a bitcher. I'm a complainer. It's one of my least attractive traits, that in my face. But I feel like I'm connecting with thousands of people out there who have this going on right now. Maria Kina has kind of matched my sickness for the last couple of weeks. And she said last night it started all over again.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it's just terrible. And the thing I have is just annoying. I feel okay, but that thing where you can't get a full breath.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, man, geez. Just won't stop. And I tried to buy Mucinex. I'm going to have it DoorDash, so it's there when I get home. But you have to have an ID because all the tweakers out there cooking meth. Mm-hmm. Welcome to St. Louis.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think that's probably a national law,
yeah,
but yeah.
I think that's
I don't think it's
I think it's just here, and I think it's because of the friggin' monkeys.
Yeah.
The meth monkeys?
The meth monkeys. The monkeys are cooking meth.
Monkeys are like, need precursor. Pseudoephedrine.
So went to the Blues game last night. Mm-hmm. First time since COVID. And it was great. Here you go. Here's a controversial way to start the show. Wheels, do you think that there's an argument to be made that Blues fans are better than Cardinals fans?
Whoa. No, because they're basically the same people. There's a
I
lot
don't
of
know about that.
crossover. There's
a
lot
ton
of
crossover, but I view them very differently.
Yeah, I don't know that I would say better. It's a different group.
They don't seem as whiny as Cardinals. They don't seem as entitled, maybe. And maybe that's just because the Blues have not had the success
It's
that the
because
Cardinals
the Blues have
historically.
actually suffered, and Cardinals fans typically have not suffered. So I think that if you're a hockey fan, you have been through the wars, right? You watched all your favorite players get traded away before the lockout. You traded away Chris Pronger and that whole group. They went from a dominant team for 20, 25 years to basically trash, like the worst team. You think the Cardinals are bad. You guys remember the Blues right after that lockout, 2006, 2007. Those teams were awful, like bottom of the league awful. It's how they got Alex Pietrangelo as high as they did in the draft. It's how they got number 1 pick with Eric Johnson, right? You're not picking number 1, number 2, number 3.
Things are going well.
if you're not really bad.
Yeah.
Those are some bad teams. So Blues fans had the whole 50 years without a title.
Yeah.
So I do think if you're hockey over baseball in your priority list, you've suffered more as a hockey fan.
So the Cardinals fans have like affluenza, like we're just so spoiled. We don't understand how good we have. And so you can't even get mad at us for being spoiled because we don't even know.
Just to give you guys an example, this happened last night on Twitter with an interaction. And I had a guy, I'll see if I can find it, but I had a guy who and wasn't being mean by any means. This was not like a controversial. We weren't fighting or anything like that. He just said, I've been a Cardinals fan for 40 years and the Cardinals never rebuild. They've never had to do this before. And I said, did you miss the whole 90s? Because from 1988 to 1999, the Cardinals had 7 losing seasons.
Yeah, we didn't call it that, maybe.
Right. But they had 7 losing seasons from 88 to 99. From 2000 until now, they've had 4. So
yeah, recent memory. I get why you
exactly. Well, and that's it, right?
Plot twist: Wheeler's arguing with a 10-year-old on Twitter.
No. Well, yeah, 10-year-old who says he's been watching for 40 years, the oldest 10-year-old in the history of humankind. But your memory fades, and you get blocked out by the most recent stuff, right? Yeah. Well, the Cardinals most recently, for the last 20 or 25 years, you've just been good almost every year, and that's the expectation. It's what you're used to. Blues fans have ridden the roller coaster more, so you expect it a little bit more and you understand it a little bit more.
Brian says suffering builds character.
I mean,
but we don't have to worry about it because we know from a caller that the Cardinals are moving to Salt Lake City.
I've heard this.
I
heard this on KMOX.
Was that from Gas House Gang? Somebody brought that up?
I'm not sure. It just says down here on our little chat on the call screen, caller said he visited Salt Lake City recently, said several people out there told him they expect the Cardinals to be sold soon and eventually move there. He's concerned.
Yeah, he should not be concerned. That's not a thing.
It makes me want to drive to Salt Lake City and punch someone in the wiener.
Yeah, I mean...
Just going up to random people like, what did you say about the Cardinals?
Wiener punch.
Say it again so I can punch you right where I want to.
No, I think 99% of people realize that's nonsense. But in case anybody has that same fear, the Cardinals lose 80 to 90% of their value if they leave St. Louis.
Tell me about it.
Well, I mean, where are Cardinals fans from?
Midwest.
They're from Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana. Like, you've got this whole giant region of Cardinals fans, and you're going to move to Salt Lake and just get rid of all of that and start over? And also, like, it's a strong franchise. This is not like the attendance is down because the team is down. It's not down just because it's always down. Most cities don't draw 3 million fans a year for 15 or 20 years. You're not moving from that. You would move a problem franchise, or you would just put an expansion franchise there if you want to, because they're gonna add 2 teams here in the next few years.
Yeah, I've said it before, and maybe I'm just kind of weird. Would I prefer to have Freddie Freeman and Bobby Witt Jr. on my team? Yes, but I'm excited about the next couple of seasons. I'm okay. I'm okay.
You just have to again, as a fan, I'm a sports fan. As a fan, I have experienced my childhood teams go through rebuilds and bad years and ups and downs and all that. So you just have to accept it. It doesn't mean you have to like it. You're not liking that. You don't like being a 90-loss team or an 85-loss team or whatever. Nobody likes it. But there's more to enjoy about a sport than just wins and losses. And part of the fun is trying to figure out what's coming next and how it's going to get there and who are those guys going to be. And it's just an unrealistic view to just say we should always be good. Like, no, nobody's that. Even the big market teams with gigantic payrolls aren't always that. Ask the Mets. You know, it's simply the nature of sports, and you have to accept, like most fan bases do ride this roller coaster. You're good for 3 or 4 years, you're down for 4 or 5 years. You're good for 3 or 4 years, you're down for 4. That's the norm. That's sports. And we haven't had to experience that here, thankfully. I mean, we've had a great run. You watch 25 years of really strong baseball.
Go to sleep asking about NBA and NFL franchises in St. Louis.
I would never bet on the NFL coming here. I mean, they just had to give us like $750 million. I don't think they're going to forget that.
Oh, you know what else I saw today?
Plus, somebody would have to build a stadium.
Guess who is the largest private landowner in the United States of America?
Kroenke.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Piece of crap.
He's the worst, dude. He's the worst. The ultimate. And if you don't think he's the worst just because of what he did with the football team, go look at what he did to these people in a town in Texas where he just bought the land and evicted people from land that they've lived on for 100 years. Just kicked them out. Just see ya. No thought, no nothing. No stay on until you're done or whatever. And he just, bad dude. Sorry, I don't care I know there are people that are Kroenke's people in Missouri. He's a bad guy. He lied to us from day one about the Ram stuff. From day one, he was like, we're not looking to move. The whole time he was already looking at L.A.
Why do you think they paid us $1 billion?
Yeah, right, exactly. We got the St. Louis got paid, or the region got paid, nearly $1 billion because they were caught lying to us.
Yeah,
and they lied from day one. Kroenke straight out of his mouth, Kevin Demoff straight out of his mouth, just flat out lying to all of us. And for what? Well, simple, right? More for them. More for them.
When you already have more.
Yeah. Kroenke just wanted more. That's all it is. His life is never different because of that. He's just a bad guy. And people can argue he's not a bad guy. He's a bad guy. I don't care what he donates to charity. I don't care about any of that. He took advantage of an entire region for his own personal benefit. Screwed the city, screwed the county, screwed the state. And yeah, he ended up paying for it. But he's making more than that long term by doing it.
The Salt Lake City Cardinals are going to whip the Rockies' butt so bad.
I mean, again, no one here is rich, so we can't even know what that experience is like. But literally, just to throw some more cash on the heap, you already have more money than you could ever spend in 5 lifetimes.
Mm-hmm. I always agree with what Rachel says, that it changes your brain chemistry. Like it's and we can't fathom
because it
that.
Hasn't happened to us.
We can't fathom that because it hasn't happened to us.
It changes your brain chemistry when you have a child.
But there's almost there's almost no other explanation for it.
No, there is. It's that's how you are because it doesn't change it for all of them. It's not like every billionaire screws people over nonstop every day all the time.
I don't think that's true.
No, I
don't think it's possible to have that much money without screwing people over.
It is if you have the start of a brand new, if you have a new idea that is something that the people that just thinking about, the big companies that didn't exist before. Think about how, just as an example, how a guy like Mark Cuban made his money. How you look at the different executives, they're all gonna have to compromise. That's not what I'm saying. But they don't all just intentionally deceive and destroy other people to add to their pile.
It depends on what you consider intentionally, right? Like, look at Amazon. Amazon didn't exist before. It was a good idea that Jeff Bezos had, and he wouldn't have half this much money, or even remotely close to half this much money, if he didn't have it off the back of the laborers that are supposedly treated so poorly at Amazon warehouses and deliveries.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong, but I would argue that...
So it's like maybe he's not saying, ooh, I can't wait to step on the little guy.
No, what I'm saying is...
But it's not possible to get that much money without having that kind of a setup.
What I'm saying is that the money is... That was there before the money. That part of his personality was there before the money. I think it's a reflection of what's already there as opposed to a new thing that develops once you get a B next to your net worth.
Could be.
And I think that's how you get to be that, because you have that obsession. And it's all you think about and it's all you do. And think about how many of those people, they don't really actively raise their kids. They're just, all they care about is their business, and the business is the business, and the business is all I'm going to worry about.
Yeah. Stevens Heats 30 says, "Hey Dave, bad news. My mom died last Thursday at 3:30. So sorry. You're now part of a club no one wants to be in." Yeah. I think I miss my mom more now than I did a week after she was gone. So condolences.
Because we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see lots of lawyers' ads. Most seem to be bragging on results, but are they true or misleading? For example, in some cases, a firm may try a case even though the at-fault party has no lawyer, then brag in the ad about their results. My son Matt got one for nearly $50 million, but we never collected one dime. Some lawyers may say they got a result even though they were sitting second chair at a firm like mine, and even though they had little to do with it. Happens all the time. All that glitters is not gold. At Morgan & Morgan, our results are real. Visit forthepeople.com and go to settlements and verdicts to see for yourself what your case may be worth before you hire a law firm. Do your homework. Fact check. It's easy and too important not to. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Barnes Jewish Hospital and WashU Medicine physicians have long been leaders in heart and vascular care. Now, we're taking the patient experience to another level by opening our new state-of-the-art patient tower, designed specifically with heart patients in mind. By combining the latest technology with thoughtful design and private rooms, heart patients can experience faster healing, reduce stress, and improved outcomes. Learn more at barnesjewish.org/heart.
Hi, I'm Wendy Weiss, KMOX alum, and to everyone who's been a part of the KMOX legacy, congratulations on 100 years.
Welcome back, DJS 120. So Phoebe and I, being Glovers, have our phobias, and we're both really sketchy about heights and especially falling from them. And I think I told you guys last year when she and I sat in the front row of Big Mac Land when we were on television, we were so uncomfortable the whole time because we have that. And then we also have that, the pull of the void we talked about, where you just want to throw your phone, or pull your shirt off at a wedding or whatever it is. And last night I was the third row from the very top at the Enterprise. Damn. It was hard to relax.
Really?
Yes.
You're not going to fall from there.
There's a couple those seats are narrow up there. It's the same way in the Stiefel Theater is a beautiful theater. There's not a bad seat in the whole house, but once you get up to those upper levels, the seats like the aisles get a little on the narrow side.
Yes.
They get a little stacked. You know what I mean?
See,
So I'm with you. I get a little nervous too.
What my friend Kevin Wheeler doesn't get is that it's not about rational fears.
Oh no!
Like right now, I'm pretty sure you're not going to get up and kick my ass. So I'm not
It's
worried about it.
right.
But if someone had a fear of confrontations, they might be thinking, this guy's pretty big. What if he does?
Right.
It's all about irrational fears.
No, I get it. But I understand the front row thing because you're literally right there. Like you're looking down over that. I get that.
It's the feeling in your body.
Yeah, and it's like
It's
way
the
up there, though.
feeling
You're
in
not
your
going to like
body.
roll down 30 rows.
Yeah, no,
of
I didn't
seats.
think I was.
Okay.
And I was happy when I saw the guy in front of me was pretty big, so that way I could just land on his giant back.
No, I
Just
will.
being honest.
No, I will do the same
I didn't
thing.
want some skinny. I didn't want Ichabod Crane in front of me.
I will do the same thing. I will think, who is in the way to block me
Yeah.
if I were to fall?
Yeah, if this goes south, what's
Yeah.
going to happen?
Oh, man.
For everyone out there who is suffering with the illness that I have, it could be worse. Remember me telling you guys about the cracked ribbed virus, where you throw up so much people are literally cracking ribs? There's a cruise ship right now with 2,500 people that have it.
Yuck.
2,500. Man, that's a special level of hell right there.
I hope they have enough Gatorade for everyone.
Oh, man.
People are feeling dehydrated.
Whenever I see those like poop cruise kind of stories, it's like, what do you do? Where do you go? Do you just
You lay in your cabin and
you just
puke
stay in the
away.
room, I guess, and just. And what if you don't have it? That's got to be
that would
terrifying.
actually- that might be worse because
It's like you're trapped on a zombie ship. It's like you can't. That's even
Yeah.
scarier.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I guess I'll go hit up the buffet and risk getting it. I don't know.
Right.
I guess I'll just look on my phone in my room.
Just be like, I'm going to do a crash diet.
Thank you to my buddy Carl Middleman, Carl the intern, that we all know from radio. He does the music at the Blues games, and it's always such a flex. It was Nick's birthday, and I'm like, what song you want to hear? And you want to hear the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And I'm like,
no.
I don't think they're going to play that. So we requested some Van Halen, and they played that. So that
Good
was
man.
cool.
That's really funny.
Of course, Nick requests the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
That's really funny.
Tell you what, they're not giving away that food at Enterprise.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sirree, Bob. I was right at $200.
What'd you get?
Just at 5 people, and everyone got a drink, and then 3 of us got the hot dog kids meal,
Oh.
and Bree got nachos, and Maureen got a brat, and it was like, and I tipped well, but it was like $186. $186. They used to be like Capitol Grill.
I have seen you leave some crazy tips though. Like, look,
Nothing
generous
crazy.
tipping is never something somebody should be criticized for. But I've seen you use like the automated machine that no human hands touched, and then you're like $50.
Oh, I know.
It's like, dude,
You get so mad at me when I do that.
it's just not necessary.
Especially the one that's just a machine.
Well, so ever since I found out that in a lot of those situations, like we ordered from a restaurant that we like, just in case I don't want to name, I don't want to add them, but we ordered online, and you left a very nice tip, and we went over there, and they had noticed, and they told me, don't leave any more tips on online orders
Because they don't get it.
because none of it goes to the workers. It all just goes to, it's split between the company and the ordering service.
Yeah. Paul McLean says, I'm taking 6 kids to the Blues game next weekend. $700 for tickets, probably another $300 in food and drinks.
Yeah. Well, just to put this into perspective, the Blues are like one of the 10 most affordable NHL games to attend. So most of the league is quite a bit more expensive than Enterprise Center.
I know that no one here, this is your expertise, but it feels like it's just captive audience.
Sure. Same thing at a movie theater. Same thing. Yeah.
Well, because aren't there like a couple of baseball
Pisses me
teams
off.
wheels that intentionally have very normal prices at their stadiums as a way to stand out? I thought I had read that.
That's what the Atlanta Falcons do.
Okay.
Yeah, Arthur Blank has done that. He's kind of like really lowered the prices for concessions during Falcons games. I don't know if he's still doing it, but he did it for a while. And yeah, teams will do that, but it's also about how we do it, right? I mean, like, I almost never eat dinner at a ball game unless I'm deciding I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Like, my dad used to take us to games, and we would eat on the way to the game.
Sure.
You know, we'd stop at McDonald's, you load up, you get whatever you want.
Sure, yeah.
And then maybe you get something while you're there, but you're not eating a meal there.
Yeah.
Because you know you are going to pay it. And, think about it. That was the 1980s. And my dad was like, we're not paying those stadium prices.
No, you can. I'll be the first to say you can go to a Blues game. You can definitely go to a Cardinals game.
Sure.
Cheap. If you don't eat and if you get really cheap tickets, you're in the building, you're seeing the same game I am. You can do it.
But I don't usually go that route. You know, if I'm there, I'm there. I mean, I'm going to get something that I want. You know,
who's going to tell you no?
Nobody.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain.
I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Setting goals for retirement is one thing, but knowing how to achieve those goals is another.
What are your wishes, hopes, and dreams? What's retirement look like for you? Because everybody, that picture is different.
For tips on building a better nest egg, tune in to the All Financial Hour with host Steve All, Saturday mornings at 10 or Sunday evenings at 6, right here on KMOX. You can also visit yourmoneymattersstl.com for more details.
Tell you guys about Neovitin. Been doing Neovitin now for about as long as they've been in operation. Tommy and his dad came to me those many years ago. They were in 1 or 2 mom and pop pharmacies with Neovitin, the multivitamin, and we hatched a plan together, the 3 of us, to get them into Schnucks. And they went into Schnucks and Deerbergs and all the local companies. Then they went regional. Then they went into Illinois. Then they went into Iowa. And now they are, by all practical purposes, a national company. I can tell you from my time with Schnucks, with my Foxpaw company that fixed phones, and later with Walmart, that you don't get into these places at all unless you're really good and you can make them money. And the way they make money is by moving product off the shelves. People buy Neovitin week after week, after month, after year, after a decade, and they wouldn't do that if it weren't helping them. So it's all of the nutrients and multivitamins and antioxidants that our doctors think that you need, none of them that you don't. Again, you can find it at neovitin.com or go to your local Schnuck store.
Let's check in with Dave Murray's weather forecast.
It's time to bundle up once again. The northwest flow and some air direct from the Arctic is starting to take control. It really takes control over the weekend. So our morning clouds giving way to clearing skies as we work our way through the afternoon. Gusty northwest winds. We're down into the low 30s late today. It's bundle up time. Tonight, clear and cold. 18 for the overnight low. Thursday, sunny and cold, 32. A little bit of light snow and snow flurries around late Thursday night. Friday, partly sunny and 42, but that's in the morning. Dropping temperatures during the afternoon and high temperatures in the 20s for the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
New tax resolution firms are popping up every day with high-paid celebrity endorsers, advertising ridiculous claims in their TV ads. That's why they have the tiny, unreadable disclaimers at the bottom of the screen. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. Our ads never have those ridiculous, fast-talking, tiny disclaimers at the end because, simply put, there are no guarantees when it comes to the IRS and wiping out tax bills. And we don't make promises we can't keep. Of course, there are ways the Lance Drury Law Firm can help resolve your tax debt, but no company can guarantee it will eliminate it. This is why their clients call the Lance Drury Law Firm when those promises don't pan out. If you have tax problems, you have legal problems, call me, Lance Drury in St. Louis, at 314-260-6120 or visit Lance, D-R-U-R-Y, law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
It's men's Billikens basketball action tonight as they face Fordham. Pre-game 6:45, tip at 7 on your home for Billikens basketball. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Boy, talk about simpler times. Only a couple years ago, You know who I saw on my TikTok? Was her name Razor?
Oh, the
break
break
dancer? The one that got like a 0 in all the competitions?
I thought you meant this Razor.
Oh, no. Not our Razor.
Yeah, was her name Razor?
I feel like it was.
I'm looking it up right now. Her name was Rachel.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I can't find her. Ray Gun.
Yeah,
That's
she's not
even
cool
worse.
enough. She's not cool enough to be Razor.
Ray Gun.
Yeah, they're going to only
Ray
be one,
Gun.
really.
What's up with Ray Gun?
So, Wheels, what is your thing? The theory of everything about why things are going badly?
Yeah, I thought this was an interesting study. Ran across this yesterday, read the article, and it makes some sense in that, we all have the feeling that things are worse than they actually are. And even though things are bad, there are bad things. They did a study of how fast information travels, and negative information travels like 10 times faster than good information, right? So if there's a scandal, that will travel 10 times faster, 100 times faster than somebody doing a good deed or someone saying something nice or whatever. And it was an interesting thing that, and it was published by an outlet called Science Alert. So this is a study of 32,000 people across 50 different cultural groups. And what they found was even where people had different political views, when they listed their top 5 priorities in life, they were all the same. And so most people still valued things like honesty and doing the right thing and things along those lines. But we're so punched in the face every day with any of the bad things. So if something bad is happening, you're getting hit with it. It's hitting you on Twitter. It's hitting you on Facebook. It's hitting you on television. It's hitting you on the radio. It's always hitting you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's more bad things than existed 20 years ago. Does that make sense? That's what the study is finding, that it's like, yes, there are bad things. It's impossible to ignore them. We've talked about a lot of them. You can see them, whether they're here or what's going on in Iran would be an example. 25 years ago, that's not on your phone in front of you every day. You might catch it on the evening news, maybe. And that's one of the differences, because it's not that there are no problems. That's not what the study's pointing out. What it is pointing out is that there have always been problems. We've just never been more inundated by what's happening than we are now. And that's fueling that view that the world's falling apart. When in reality, this has kind of been the constant state of things. There's always chaos. It may not always be chaos in your neighborhood. It may not always be chaos precisely where you live. But the chaos of the world, wars, famines, all of that kind of terrible stuff, that's always existed. And it's been a constant thing throughout modern history. And now you just see everything, and the negativity travels way faster than anything positive.
I get all of that, and I can accept it. I think in general that's true. Even without the study, I think I would come to that conclusion. However, and there's no way to say it other than just say it, to me, since Donald Trump, we are in a unique set of circumstances that we have had problems. Let's just take since we've been a country. You don't have to go back 3,000 years. We've had civil wars and world wars in 1812 and Vietnam and Korea, and we've had depressions, and we've had terrible, terrible things. But we've never had a president like this who on a daily basis, 3 or 4 times a day, like, for example, right now, some military people out of Europe just leaked and said Trump's going to attack Iran within 24 hours. They're meeting with Greenland right now. And supposedly the number is $700 billion it would take to buy it, what we would offer, or we'll just take it. Venezuela. Just like go on and on and on and on. I remember the past, and I don't remember ever being a time in my life. I was younger. I was distracted. I didn't have a phone in my hand that could tell me everything.
That's the big difference, yeah.
But I believe it's different now. I don't think that it's just, hey, it's always been like this. We just think that it's because this is our time right now. Was the Holocaust worse? Yes. Was World War II worse? Yes. But I feel like we're in a unique time right now because of who the president is. That's just my thoughts.
No, I think that's a fair thing, because those two things can go together. It can be different but overall, still the same level of bad. Because what you're saying is totally true. We've never seen this before, but it's also not the same as how many men being drafted to go to Europe and Asia and world, in the Pacific in World War II.
Yeah.
Right. How is this? Is this more? Is this a period of turmoil more than the 60s were? Especially the late 60s with Vietnam and the protests and civil rights going on at the same time, and not long after the president was killed. We've had periods of cases. Yes. Now, you're right. This is a unique kind, but it's still that idea. But back then, we didn't. You would walk around all day and maybe not even know what was going on that day.
I was thinking about that. I wrote down on my show sheet news flow. And everyone kind of knows this, but being in the news business to some extent, as we are, it really comes home to me that we're all just reporting something someone else said. I mean, I hope that when I say something on the air, as long as it's not an obvious joke, that I have some backup for it and you have some trust in me that I'm not just making stuff up and pulling it out of my butt. But I'm just saying it because I read it somewhere. And that person wrote it because they heard it from someone else. And it's just crazy to think, like, how far up the food chain of news you have to get until you hit real pay dirt. Because, like if you have and this is not another Trump knock. Any administration could be like this. If you have a dishonest administration, you're not getting any real news out of them. The best White House reporters in the world are just getting crap. And then they're reporting it, and then we're reporting it to our listeners, and they're telling their friends. So it's this weird game of telephone that we seem to play constantly.
Oh, and we have now, because of what we're talking about, because of the means of delivery, because every person, you don't have to be credentialed, you don't have to be a professional.
Let me answer Brian real quick here, our buddy Brian M. He says, so you weren't concerned with hundreds of thousands of illegals just waltzing into our country every month under Biden. That was very disturbing and reckless. No, I wasn't. Not to this degree. Not even close. Now, I've been, pretty honest about I'm the guy out of the four musketeers here who's probably the least okay with illegal immigration and the most okay with seeing people pay a price for illegally immigrating. But was I as concerned about that as I am this cornucopia of things going on now? No, I just wasn't.
And mostly because when we look at that, and this is how a lot of this operates. Most people, unless you live on the border, probably don't have any interaction with that story. But when you're looking up and you're seeing people that are driving through a neighborhood that looks like yours, and there's a big clash with a bunch of people, a bunch of armed, masked men not wearing name tags, that's a different, because I can say that could happen in my neighborhood. Somebody can feel that way. You can look at that and see Minneapolis and say that could be Chesterfield. That could be anywhere else. It's not the same thing. You're not necessarily seeing it. Now, some people did. Right? Some people are seeing that every day, but it wasn't a widely held thing that people would go, oh, yeah, that could be a problem where I live. It's not necessarily saying one's less than the other or one's bigger than the other, but that's the difference.
I'll tell you this. If we end up buying or taking Greenland, I'm moving there because it looks pretty damn cool. I'll take it. Look at fine.
It's pretty cold.
If it's ours, let's go.
Pretty cold.
$700 billion. And this is interesting. I'll probably get these numbers wrong. But they're basically right. My understanding is that Denmark is on the hook for about $750 million a year to Greenland, and that 50% of Greenland's residents don't have a job. They live off of that money.
Oh,
which is interesting because there's just not a lot of
industry,
there,
right.
It's tough to get a job in Greenland.
Don't have many people, don't have a lot of, yeah.
So I don't know what they're getting out of it.
Yeah.
But they would be saving about $1 billion a year and pocketing about $1 trillion, which, it even just feels good.
Well, they wouldn't get it, right? Denmark wouldn't be getting that. Wasn't that going to the people of Greenland?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure the people of Greenland would get something, but I think we would have to buy it from Denmark.
Oh.
I know that they're independent,
right,
but they're still like a colony or whatever you want to call it. So
totally weird.
Hard left turn.
Sure.
It's a DGS, right? This will probably piss you off, but I saw a bunch of sports guys, not normie guys, but guys who are like, I'm with ESPN and I'm with this and I'm with that. Probably half a dozen last night, saying that the Cardinals got fleeced on the Arenado deal.
No. I would love to know who. I know this. I saw a video, and I'm not calling anybody out. I saw a video called on Cardinals territory. That's Matt Holliday, Jim Hayes, those guys, Kyle Gibson, Lance Lynn. They do a great job. And Matt Holliday was wondering about it. And sometimes I wonder if guys that are too close to the game and too close to the people involved still think of the player as what he used to be and not what he is.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
And I think that's what we learned is that the marketplace, this was the best offer that was out there. If there were a better one, they would have taken it, right? If you could have saved more money, they would have done it. In fact, there was a report from Ken Rosenthal today that the San Diego Padres were interested in Arenado, but they weren't even willing to give the Cardinals the money the Diamondbacks did. Or take on the money, right? They didn't give them any, but they weren't even willing to take on $11 million for 2 years. That's $5.5 million a year for Nolan Arenado. So the Diamondbacks, it turns out, were probably the team that was willing to take on the most salary. So what's the goal? The goal is to make the best deal you can. And for this team, keeping an aging player doesn't help you. It just doesn't. You're taking playing time away from players that you're trying to see more about so you can chart your path to the future. A guy like Arenado, this is nothing against him, by the way. And by the way, it's better for him to be in Arizona. He's in a better place on a more competitive team. But if you're in that position, this is a guy that is not going to be a part of your next good team just because of age, nothing else. You could think, hey, even if he bounces back and he's better, all right, well, he's done in 2 years. You're probably just going to be starting to get good again then. And then he's going to be 36, and you're not going to be re-signing him at that point. I don't see how it's a fleecing. I can see people being like, well, I guess that it's pretty shocking to see how fast the value goes. But let's keep in mind, you got one offer last year, and he turned it down. And this year, you had nothing going on, and this is what you end up with. It tells you what the market as a whole thinks of the player. Because literally anybody could have had Nolan Arenado, anybody that he would have approved a deal to, which is probably not that many teams. But they could have all had him if they were willing to take on $6 million a year for 2 years. But only one team was willing to even come close to that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of how it goes when you're talking about big money and an older player.
Lombardo Rage?
Yeah, if you are looking for a new home in Wentzville, check out Sutton Farms by Lombardo Homes. This is a beautiful community in St. Charles County where comfort meets convenience. So you can look at Lombardo's Parkside series. Those are their newest home designs. Or you can build your dream home with the nature or traditional series custom options. There's a variety of floor plans and styles to fit every family. But Sutton Farms is all about community living. You're going to have resort-style amenities without even having to leave your neighborhood. I'm talking a clubhouse, a splash pad, dog park, sports courts, walking trails, and more.
Yeah, every time I walk into a Lombardo home, Rach has seen this happen several times, I'm like, I'm moving. How much is this house? I want this exact spec home. They just have a way of building houses, and the elevation, the way it looks from the outside is always gorgeous. The use of space inside is always very innovative. But Mike Van Pammel, the president, loves to take me down into the innards of the house and show me like the plumbing and the wiring. And they're always so proud of all the stuff that you don't see, all the stuff that's not sexy, and just how great the house is. No one expects you to sign on the dotted line the first time you meet them. Let them drive you around and show you their different communities and different spec homes. I think you're going to like them. Find out everything about Sutton Farms and all of our other communities at lombardohomes.com.
They're back and bringing all the hits.
This is Rascal Flatts.
Rascal Flatts, live at Enterprise Center January 17th. Sing along to all of their best songs. One night, one stage. All the songs you love. Tickets still available at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Presenting A Gain Flings Love Story. Dear love of my life,
We were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here to tell you about 213 Complex, which is available at supplement superstores. Look, it's the time of year to make things happen with health goals. 213 Complex will do for you what it does for me. Gets the metabolism rocking and rolling 24 hours a day, helps you fight cravings, gives you all-day focused energy with no crash that comes at the end of the day either. It's been a big help for me. It will help you. So get out to supplement superstores. Tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you in. They'll knock 30% off your 213 Complex. To get started down your path and find your location, just go to supplementsuperstores.com.
Welcome back, DGS. Rach, you know what I'm getting really, really tired of? TikTok.
Stop watching it. Delete it from your phone.
I'm clearly addicted, no doubt about it. But it's sort of like being addicted to a drug, and you stop having fun with the drug, and then it's just about defeating the addiction.
Yeah.
Like when I'm watching TikTok, I'm almost nauseated, and maybe it's just my feed. Maybe I'm just a freak, but I get so much AI, and every time I get AI, I say not interested. And I don't know if they think I'm kidding or what, but I just keep getting more and more and more, whether it's a made-up lady or a made-up story, or you know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, I'm not interested in this product.
That really sucks.
The thing that you are giving me, you're doing bad, because the thing you're giving me, I'm giving you feedback, and I'm telling you, no, not this, not this, not this, and you just don't seem to believe me. So I may try to go cold turkey here for a while.
Just delete it off your. Just tell yourself the next 48 hours it's deleted from my phone, and I will not be opening that app.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
You could also start over.
Yeah,
like create a new account and see what see if you can get a better. Because I think certainly when you tell it no more of this. That's one thing, but it also bases what it suggests for you on other things, and they'll say that this is related to this, and there's a connection there somehow.
Yeah.
Because I don't get a lot of AI. I get some. I mean, you get a lot of, like, hoaxed, alien things or whatever, but it's not that. I don't get that many. And it's interesting that you get overwhelmed by it. And so I wonder if it's just there's a thing that there's some weird connection with what you do like, and maybe those creators or maybe the people... It's the same people that are, like, boosting them. I don't know. It's because those algorithms are so complex. It's hard to know exactly how they weight everything.
But the thing is it at this point, if you're not even getting any enjoyment out of it,
right?
Yeah,
all you're
just
doing
a time waster.
And what is your time is the most precious thing you have. Don't give it to the TikTok. No.
All right, so here's the question.
Just take a break.
This is the question, because this will be what makes it work. what do you put in that time instead?
Yeah, there you go.
Because if it's a nothing burger, you're going to want to go back to it. If you're just sitting there staring at the wall, you're going to be like, where's my phone?
Right.
So what takes that place?
Probably porn.
Well. Somebody out there just drove off the road.
He said porn. No, I think I'll try it. Like a crash diet. Like you said, delete it off my phone. Just I can't pull it up. So.
Yeah. And again, if you choose you want to go back, maybe just create a new account. Delete that one or don't. Just leave it and start a new one, with a different email address or something along those lines, and see if that changes what you're getting.
I keep seeing stories. I mean, I only have one Gen Z in my life, and that's Phoebe. And I just don't know how much she uses social media. She's almost 21 years old now. But I keep seeing stories that Gen Z is unplugging. So if they can do it, I can do it. I mean, they've had it their whole life.
Yeah, they just replace it, though, with, like, doing young people things like drinking, partying. Well, they don't drink, do they?
Not as much.
Not as much.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
It's just like, think about before any of this existed. What were you doing?
Right.
Watching TV, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be what everybody was doing.
Probably.
Like when you thought about what do people do when they get home from work? They watch TV.
Yeah.
You watch the news, and then you would watch the game shows, and then you would watch primetime TV.
Well, it's like we had that story last week that before electricity, we slept 11 hours a night. So you're like, I'm tired of staring at you. Tired of reading this book by candlelight.
Yeah. Take up video games, Dave.
99 time.
Get yourself an Xbox.
I probably should have.
It's not too late.
It takes up that time, but it's a different version of it, though. I mean, it's like it's only going to be whatever you choose to play, but it certainly has that same addictive quality. And I like it.
I should just, this is going to sound so self-serving and so like St. Dave, but I should just do more volunteering. It makes me happy.
You could do that.
It gets me out of the house. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like I've done something.
Sure.
So maybe I'll try that.
Couldn't hurt.
Maybe I'll just be a pest. Hospice patients are like, stay the hell out of my room.
Dude, you're here all the time.
Don't you have TikTok? Don't you have something you could be doing? Can I talk about Mosby here, Rach?
Yes.
Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. They are the gold standard, man. I'm just telling you, whether it's Mr. Mosby or it's, the new team that's taken over, the show on the weekends and all the design and the crafts people, whether it is an outdoor space, get ready for spring and summer, whether it's something that you kind of discovered over the holiday break and you're like, wow, I really discovered that our kitchen is not big enough. I really discovered that I'm really unhappy with my living room. We are not cheap, but we are not ever going to take advantage of you. So if you are thinking about any sort of remodeling project for 2026, whether you're ready right now or whether you're thinking about summer or fall, just remember that with Mosby, it's not just the finished product that's great. Mr. Mosby and everyone at Mosby believes that every step of the way, from the looking at the displays and planning it out and designing it and pricing it, that it should all be enjoyable. 314-909-1800, 314-909-1800, or call Mosby.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
This is the story of the one.
As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
In St. Louis, the weather can change in an instant. One day, you're under a thunderstorm warning. The next,
oh boy, it's snowing.
Stay prepared for whatever Mother Nature throws your way. When weather threatens, the KMOX Storm Center has expert forecasts and live reports, here to keep you safe and informed. Don't get caught off guard. Know your weather. Sponsored by
Celica Heating and Cooling.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, we've got some clouds. Right now, 37 degrees. The feels like is 18 downtown at the Arch. The State Department is suspending the processing of immigrant visas for citizens of 75 countries. Correspondent Cammie McCormick.
The State Department has instructed consular offices to halt visa applications from countries whose citizens might become public charges in the U.S. The department says the administration is bringing an end to the abuse of America's immigration system by those who would extract wealth from the American people through welfare and other benefits. The visa processing will be paused while the State Department reassesses immigration processing procedures.
The list of countries involved includes Russia, Iran, and Afghanistan, as well as multiple countries in Africa. While crime is falling in St. Louis City, one area in particular is showing a nice trend.
Only one murder occurred in downtown and downtown west last year compared to 11 in 2024. Chief of Police Robert Tracy.
They are doing a tremendous job. The strategies put in place, the execution of those strategies are helping. And also having a circuit attorney that when we make those arrests, they're being held accountable.
Tracy says downtown is the economic engine of the city and needs to be safe in order to continue drawing major events like the Figure Skating Championship. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
And Greg Favor is busy remaking the City Emergency Management Agency, or CEMA, including adding staff. Says they have 6 positions.
Right now, it is 3 people. It is the single biggest issue that we're facing. Before I took the job, I talked to the mayor's office about this. I talked to the director of public safety about this. We know what right size looks like for agencies our size and cities our size. I have to be very candid. Everybody I've talked to in the last 3 weeks that I've been in the chair has been really supportive in helping CEMA achieve what that minimum staffing should be so that we're ready to do all of the things that the city has asked us to do.
More schools are raising concerns about an AI system designed to detect weapons.
Baltimore Schools Chief of Staff Allison Perkins Cohen says the system, called Evolve, did not detect one weapon last school year.
It seems to be serving as a deterrent in our schools.
But items like laptops and soda cans triggered alerts thousands of times a day. City Councilman Mark Conway wonders if the system was worth the hefty price tag.
We are thinking about all the components of its efficacy and its ability to do what it actually says it can do.
Last year, the Federal Trade Commission reached a settlement with Evolve over complaints about the accuracy of its scanners. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
A year and a half after that giant sinkhole opened up in the middle of Gordon Moore Park in Alton, progress is being made toward a resolution. The hole has been drained by SCI Engineering. They're working to study the ground, says Alton Mayor David Goins.
As agreed by the Alton City Council, SCI Engineering has been asked to explore the subsurface conditions at and near the mine collapse.
Goins says this will provide them with information needed as they explore their options to properly fill the hole. From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. Sales of previously owned homes perked up in December after a rough year. Here's Jason Brooks.
The National Association of Realtors reports that existing home sales rose more than 5% from November, with gains across all 4 regions of the country. Even with that strong gain, year-over-year sales in December were down 1.4%, with the NAR saying that 2025 was another tough year for home buyers, marked by record-high home prices and historically low home sales. The median sales price rose 0.4% year-over-year to $405,000.
The Dow from Stifel's down 152 points to 49,039. Watson right now is closed at Lindbergh because of some utility work happening there. Also some debris on 55 going north at Arsenal. That's got the right lane closed there.
It's time to bundle up once again. The northwest flow and some air direct from the Arctic is starting to take control. It really takes control over the weekend. So our morning clouds giving way to clearing skies as we work our way through the afternoon. Gusty northwest winds. We're down into the low 30s late today. It's bundle up time. Tonight, clear and cold, 18 for the overnight low. Thursday, sunny and cold, 32. A little bit of light snow and snow flurries around late Thursday night. Friday, partly sunny and 42, but that's in the morning. Dropping temperatures during the afternoon and high temperatures in the 20s for the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got a blue sky right now, 37 degrees. The feels like is 18 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Coming up at 2:30, our buddy Tom Ackerman is going to join us and have a little go at Wheels. They are playing the national championship on Monday. Wheels' alma mater of Miami and Ackerman's beloved Indiana, so that's going to be very cool. If you're watching on the stream, the good-looking dude there in the box, that is Steve Ewing from the Urge, the Steve Ewing Band. I'll tell you what, Rach, I may not be cool, but I got cool friends.
That's true. That's true.
Can you imagine the band that could play at my funeral? Right?
You have a lot of cats.
I could have a lot of cats.
Sell tickets, really.
I mean,
you can have a ton of
El
cats.
Monstero,
here's
Super
the deal.
Jam, Steve Ewing.
Sell tickets to a show. Operation Food Search gets the money.
Why have I never thought of that?
That's your going away.
I like it.
There you go.
Do I have to go away?
Not now.
No, right, okay.
Yeah, like maybe 40 years from now.
Okay. Yeah. And 40 years from now, Steve will still look like this.
Start selling tickets to my funeral show right now.
Well, we had our 25th anniversary in October, and it was so amazing. And I said, this is as close as a guy ever gets to having a funeral while he's still alive.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. I mean, it was really neat, just like a kind of a this is your life sort of retrospective, and all my buddies calling in and coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I read together.
So everyone knows who Steve is. If you're in St. Louis, you know Steve. Congrats on the residency at Oyster Bar. I think that's super cool.
Thank you very much.
Wednesdays, right?
Yep, Wednesday nights.
Tonight?
Yep. So we go from 9 to 1, and it's really cool because on a weekly basis, we just change the music up. So I just kind of pick an artist or pick a couple artists, and then we just dig into the collection. So like this week, we're going to be doing some Bill Withers stuff.
Oh, cool.
That's fun.
And just grab guest musicians. Hey, you want to play with us? And then we just get to have a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Real cool. Yeah.
That's cool. Man, I haven't done a 9 to 1 shift in a long time.
Me either, actually. So this is definitely me dipping my foot back into it.
Yeah.
So it's been an adjustment, but it's been fun though.
Did you do many of the 3 a.m.s over at Pops back in the day?
I never did that, but I did have a running gig at Nick's Pub with the duo.
Yeah.
I did that one for years, and that one ran until 2.
Yeah.
And COVID killed that one.
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going back to
Yeah,
that.
thankfully.
Yeah.
Thankfully. It's so funny playing in a band, and you don't have to play in a band to see this, but it helps. I didn't realize what drinking looked like until I was a front man on stage.
Yeah.
And at 8 p.m., everyone's delightful.
They are.
Dave, I love the show, man. Let me buy you a shot. 10, they're smooth and they're dancing, having fun. And at 1:15, they're following you out to your car.
Yep.
You know,
it's a whole different thing at 1:15. Yes.
It is a thing, right?
Yep.
So I don't think I've ever heard the story of how the Urge got together. I know all you guys, but I don't know, how did that happen? Who knew who?
Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, so myself, Carl, the 2 original guys, Pat and Jeff, we went to Webster High. Pat went to SLU. But the three of us, the 3 main guys, we lived in Rock Hill. We lived pretty close together. And we all went to Webster High. I was a little younger than them, but I would walk past Jeff's house when they were practicing.
That's
practicing in his bedroom. I would hear him like, man, they sound really good. And I was like a choir boy. I was like that kind of classically kind of guy. And but I really wanted to be in a band, so I knew the drummer's sister, and he's like, well, they need a singer. And so I met Jeff, and I already knew Carl, but I met Jeff, and then we just got kind of hanging out and joined the band, like pretty much like that. And I was still in high school, and we started playing shows 87, a junior year in high school.
Yeah.
And then from there, we just started playing Kennedy's and wherever would let us play. Blueberry Hill used to be the old Cicero's, the basement bar down there.
Best.
Yeah.
The best.
Yep. So, yeah.
Man, I saw some bands at Cicero's.
Some good ones, man.
Yeah.
Some really cool stuff. Yeah.
Isn't that where they had like the pipes?
Yes.
They were just
in the middle of the stage.
In the middle, yeah.
Yes. You couldn't, if you were tall, you're going to hit your head on that beam. Like, you couldn't jump for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to do that show together.
We do.
We definitely do. We need to do a few shows together. So I'm always curious about this because I didn't know I could sing at all until 2001 when I met Dave and Greg and those guys. And we were just, farting around. And I was playing drums and holding my guitar. And they're like, can you sing? And I'm like, hell no. They're like, have you ever tried? And I said, no. They're like, this is called rehearsal for a reason.
Right.
And who knew that all that time I could? Now, I'm not God's gift to vocalists, but I could.
But it's there, yep.
You were a choir guy, but what were you singing in your car going, I think I can sing this stuff?
So when I was younger, I was singing Prince and Earth, Wind, and Fire. That was my band. I was loved Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
And then right around, 82, 83, when MTV got big, I got huge into the Police and huge in the English Beat and the Specials and the Fix. And so all those poppy 80s bands, I was into that. So.
Dude, I just got a shiver. I mean, we talk about this on the show probably way too much. Way too old, man. We grew up in the greatest time.
Yeah.
But all those bands, like the Split Ends, the Finn Brothers. And and what I loved about our era, and maybe it's the same now and I'm just not engaged, but in our era, you would hear Journey, on the charts would be Journey and Van Halen and the Allman Brothers and 38 Special. It wasn't monolithic at all.
Not at all, yep.
And it was all really good.
It was really good. Yeah, I don't know if you remember the radio station KHTR.
Sure.
Which was pop, but at the same time, the stuff that was considered pop was really edgy, though. It was really cool. So, and you also had Casey at the time. Even Casey it's been around forever, but so it was MTV made everything all mixed together. It was pretty cool.
Yes. Yep. To what degree was the ska element? To what degree was the Urge aimed? We're going to do this.
Okay.
As opposed to, hey, this is kind of fun.
So the whole ska thing came from me. So I got into the English Beat and the Specials. And I was really into that, and I just kind of went down the rabbit hole with that and started to discover more American bands that were doing ska, like the Toasters and Bim Scalabim, and we just started. It kind of happened musically. We started writing more ska music that way.
Yeah,
and we know we were into Fishbone and stuff like that, and then we got on this compilation called Mashing Up the Nation, which was this pretty big compilation of underground ska bands across the country. And then we started to become known as a ska band, like not just in St. Louis, but in the region.
Yeah.
So we started getting this crowd of kids coming to see a ska band.
Yeah.
And that kind of took off. And then we just, when John and Jerry got in the band, the whole rock element came into it, because they did not come from a ska background at all.
Did you already know those guys?
We knew them. They were in a band called Life Without Wayne, and they used to actually play with us. And side note, John already knew all the songs when he joined the band.
John knows every song.
Wouldn't surprise anyone.
No. No one even knows Pasoni.
Right. But yeah, so when John and Jerry got in the band, naturally the sound changed. It just opened us up to what we could do, and opened us up to how we envisioned the band to be. So we went from ska, kind of U2 Police kind of sounding, to everything, to mixing that in with rock and like even with hardcore and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
It's sort of like when Ringo got in the Beatles.
Yeah.
Right? Just added that energy, that little punch that they didn't know that they needed.
Yep.
What St. Louis bands over the years have you most enjoyed going to see?
Well, I haven't been out to see a ton lately, but man, I used to love seeing The Unconscious. That was my favorite band to go see. And I love Sinister Dame. We're like super really good friends. And Fragile Porcelain Mice was coming up at the time. The Nukes were awesome. Loved seeing those guys. So, as far as bands now that I'm really into, there's Boomtown United, Guerrilla Theory, who else? Tree 14, and they're all in that reggae kind of ska rock kind of vein. So
very cool.
But I know there's a ton of bands out there. But
man, from like 87 to 95, when bands were getting signed out of St. Louis, and Pale Divine, and Suave Octopus with Dave and those guys. And I apologize for the old man-ishness of this, but Wheels, I'm sure you had something similar in Miami, something similar in Michigan, but between the West End and the Landing, and you would go to both.
Yeah.
Like you'd maybe start at the West End, go see PM playing at the Lynx Club, and then come downtown, and there would be like 12 legit bands playing on the Landing.
There was.
And you just go
every night.
From Boomers to Kennedys.
So from like Thursday on, there was like really, really good music every night in every club.
Yeah.
Live music.
You couldn't step into a club on the Landing and hear bad music.
Nope. Never.
You just couldn't do it.
Now, and I think it's kind of still that way. I think that work ethic is still there.
I hope so.
With St. Louis bands, I routinely, I moved to LA for a little while, and I saw just band after band after band, and just I'm like, man, I could go anywhere at any bar in St. Louis and see a band that would just kill all these bands.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people will say that.
Yeah.
We just have a different ethic here.
We do.
I think.
Yeah, we have an inferiority complex.
I think so too.
Yeah, we always have.
Yeah.
Chicago, Memphis, KC. We just feel like, we feel apologetic.
Yep.
If perchance you could listen to my band, sir, as opposed to like, you know what, F you guys, watch this, watch what we can do.
Yeah, we never had that mentality where it's just
never
like,
did.
Oh, we're really
we're St.
great.
Louis.
Just check us out. You know what I mean? Like we always had to prove ourselves. Like I feel like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I said before we went on, sorry to hear about Del Mar, Steve's Hot Dogs, but like you were saying, like frees you up to focus on the other stores.
It does. It does. I mean, we gave it the best shot we possibly could.
Man, you had some bad luck.
And we had bad luck, and we knew that it was going to be an uphill climb in that neighborhood because there hadn't been anything there for decades. I mean, like, okay, we're coming in as a new development, so that it's going to take at least 5 years. And so we were in it for that, but then the tornado just killed any chance of that happening for us, and we were already kind of we're already losing money. So yeah.
What have you learned? I'm going in next month and I'm doing a career day at Ladue High School for people who want to be creatives. If you did that for people, young people who wanted to be business owners or entrepreneurs, what have you learned?
Go ahead. If you have a great idea, go ahead and start working on it. Go ahead and start figuring it out. Go ahead and start doing it if you can.
Learn as you go.
Learn as you go, because you're going to fail, and that's how you're going to get good at it. And then even when you think you're good at it, things change. Your customers change, like people's habits change. So you just keep learning, but you got to start to give yourself a green light on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Well, I am. I have to step back sometimes and take inventory, but maybe I have an inferiority complex. I don't know.
Can't take the St. Louis out of you.
Can't take the St. Louis out of him. That's right. So tonight, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. at Broadway Oyster Bar, and every Wednesday.
Yep.
What else you got coming up that people can come see?
Well, we got the Urge is going to be in the Blue Note in Columbia, March 14th.
That's worth an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, so it's you can drive out there. It's
You
going to be
sure can.
awesome. We haven't played there in 20 years.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. I'll be down at the Oyster Bar for Mardi Gras. I'm playing during the day, and then Festus has been doing a really killer Mardi Gras, for the past 10 years. So I'm going down there
Didn't know that.
to do an after set.
Okay.
At 10 p.m. So
okay,
so you can see Steve Ewing in Mardi Gras in St. Louis. Steve Ewing in Mardi Gras.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. All right, love you, my brother.
Yeah,
Good
man.
to see you, pal.
Thank you for having me always.
Anytime.
Love you, bro.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
We get it. Attention spans just aren't what they used to be. Heads in social media and eyes on Netflix. But what do people do with their ears? Well, for one, they're listening to audio. Americans spend 4.4 hours with audio every day. Oh, and you want the proof? Well, you just sat through this ad that's now approaching 30 seconds. What could you say to a potential customer in 30 seconds? Let Odyssey put together a media plan tailor-made for your unique marketing needs. Advertise with Odyssey. Visit ads.odyssey.com.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. You don't hear fast-talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Story Law Firm primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems, and we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Story Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Story Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Hello, St. Louis. Proud son of St. Louis, John Hamm here, wishing KMOX a happy 100th birthday, a centennial of being the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 222. Pretty day out there. Happy Wednesday. Steve Ewing and I were just talking about joining forces and putting together a Cicero's reunion show, which is the Duck Room. I wouldn't play because I don't have that sort of hubris, but I could put it together, and we could. Man, that'd be great.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. I have to
You know,
stop.
they'll get
I can
the-
do this for. I
it's
can
like,
do this the rest of the
and
time.
get the band back together. It's like, get all the bands back
Get
together.
all the bands. Well, and that's the cool thing about St. Louis is we're so inbred musically. Like pretty much everyone who's a thing in St. Louis, you know, whether it's Jimmy or Mark Quinn or Dave or Greg or Dave Farver, you know, all those guys, they all played with each other. They've all been in bands with each other. So you could take 12 guys and have 6 bands. Easy.
There you go.
Yeah. Be a lot of fun. Rach, talk to me about your thoughts on the DOJ and Clinton and all that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we were talking yesterday about how Bill and Hillary Clinton should probably be held in contempt for refusing to come.
Yeah, why not?
You know, comply with their subpoena. Like, I don't really.
What would happen to you and I?
Right, we would get in trouble.
Yeah.
The other thing is, though, you know, what are they being subpoenaed for? Well, they want to talk to him about the Epstein files. What about those Epstein files?
What about that?
We are over 3 weeks past the deadline for the DOJ to release the Epstein files, and they're just not here.
And no one's even talking about them.
So what kind of, I mean, are there any consequences for failing to meet a deadline? Because there's a consequence for me at work if I can't meet a deadline, or children in school, they'll fail their class.
It almost feels like the bigger the issue, the more deference you get.
Too big to fail.
For sure. Look, consequences are for the people who lack power. They're not for people with power.
Wow, great quote.
I mean, if you have power, then there are no consequences. You just ignore them, and then you say, all right, so what are you going to do about it? And they're going to be like, well, nothing.
Yeah. Bitch
Why is well nothing the answer? Ever. For any, it doesn't, again, I don't care if it's Epstein files or anything else. Why is anyone able to just skirt responsibility and just decide we're not going to do a thing we are bound to do by the law? As soon as the law doesn't matter, nothing matters, we're done. We're done. We don't exist as the nation that we claim to be if laws don't matter. And if people, whether it's the Clintons or the current White House or the past White House or any other, if they can all just say, yep, nope, sorry, we're not doing it, well, then what's the point of any of it?
Yeah. And trust me, in my days when I was a lawyer, I've seen many, many people go to jail on contempt charges. You know, like the judge would say, well, I hope you brought your toothbrush. Sheriff, take him into custody. And then they'd get right. Like, wait a second. I got $500 I can give my ex-wife. I saw hundreds of people go to jail. Just normies.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
Normies don't have the best lawyers in the business to get us out of trouble immediately. And when you have any connection to power, you've got people that'll do you favors because you've done other people favors.
Yeah.
And that's why the line that it's crazy that it was a stand-up comic, and that's why the Carlin line of it's a big club and you're not in it could not be more accurate.
That's right.
None of us are in that club, man.
And everyone has a moment of epiphany. Whether you're 22 or 62, everyone eventually goes, oh, okay.
Well, and it's not,
see.
It's not different than it ever was.
No.
How is this any different than ancient Rome?
Yeah.
When you're just a pleb versus a citizen, and but that's why it's even more ridiculous though, is we should be able to see that, all of us, and realize like what the real problem is.
And I feel like you say, what's the difference? I feel like the real difference is that the bread and circuses are different.
Yeah.
They're like, here, American Gladiators.
But
go back to sleep.
we actually have the ability to know this.
Yes.
Back then, you probably couldn't know it because you were illiterate, most likely. You had a job that took 12 hours a day. You're doing manual labor. You're just trying to eat and take care of your family. You literally didn't have time. You didn't have a TikTok. You didn't have internet.
This is just my life now.
I mean, we all know what the deal is. At least back then, if you were just a plain old, pleb, you had an excuse. You just literally didn't know any better.
Word.
Yeah.
So, guys, about my friends, Dr. Kathy Maupin and her daughter, Dr. Rachel Sullivan at BioBalance Health. If you feel like you need to visit the doctor and have your testosterone checked out, you do. It's just one of those things. It's just like if you think you need to go to the dentist, brother, you need to go to the dentist. And it's very simple. They will set you up to get a blood test. Dr. Maupin or Dr. Sullivan will read them personally, go over them line by line, and here are the possible outcomes. It could be that you're just a perfect candidate for the testosterone pellets, male or female. It could be that you're kind of on the edge like I was, or it could be that testosterone's not the problem. Let's check something else out. Maybe it's your thyroid. Maybe you're just not getting enough exercise. Maybe you need to lose a little weight, whatever it happens to be. By the way, they are medical doctors, so they have the Zepbound and the GLP-1s and all of that. If you want to shoot that arrow at weight loss, right next door, BioBalance Skin, where they have the Botox and chemical peels and fillers and M-Sculpt and all these things that make your face look better and younger. I saw a guy on TikTok who got a facelift the other day. Damn, brother. Woof. Man, that was brutal. We don't do anything like that. Nothing is invasive. Nothing is painful. For all things Dr. Maupin, go to biobalancehealth.com.
Okay, I don't want to be mean, but if you're a guy and you just have a grimy, multiple times refilled bottle of Dial that's got the crusty soap on the outside, that's a red flag.
What if you just have a bar of Dial soap with no soap dish?
I never like the bar of soap.
What if you have one bar of soap and you take it from the shower to the sink, back to the shower? But would you feel good about going to that guy's house?
Oh my gosh, I think I would just leave without saying anything.
Chris Ranji, Amy Mark Scores, weekdays at 9 on KMOX.
Overhead Door Company of St. Louis is hiring residential garage door technicians and installers. Join the team trusted here since 1926. Apply today, get a call today. No experience necessary. We will train motivated applicants to repair and install garage doors. Mechanical, carpentry, and service industry experience is a plus. Hiring bonus up to $4,000. Benefits include health, dental, vision, and pension. Earn as you learn to service the best garage door customers in St. Louis. Apply today at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
It's time to bundle up once again. The northwest flow and some air direct from the Arctic is starting to take control. It really takes control over the weekend. So our morning clouds giving way to clearing skies as we work our way through the afternoon. Gusty northwest winds. We're down into the low 30s late today. It's bundle up time. Tonight, clear and cold. 18 for the overnight low. Thursday, sunny and cold, 32. A little bit of light snow and snow flurries around late Thursday night. Friday, partly sunny and 42, but that's in the morning. Dropping temperatures during the afternoon and high temperatures in the 20s for the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Brought to you by Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Hi, Margaret with Eamon Gantner and Capriano. How's your family? Do you have a legal plan for them when you're gone? Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com.
The choice of an attorney is an important decision and shouldn't be based solely on advertising.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey. 2026 is here. A new year means new goals, fresh starts, and for many homeowners, it might be time for that big move. If you've been thinking about selling, this is the year to make it happen. I'm here with Gloria Liu from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, what should home sellers know as we kick off the new year?
Thanks for having me. The start of a new year is always an exciting time, but it also means more sellers are jumping into the market. That adds competition, so timing and strategy matter. The good news is, my team has qualified buyer already looking for homes right now. Whether you need to sell quickly or maximize value, we'll create a plan that works for you. Plus, I guarantee to sell your home at your price and time frame, or I will buy it myself.
Start your new year strong with Gloria Liu and Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Call 314-325-6888 or visit gloriahasthebuyers.com. Make 2026 the year you move forward with confidence. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
It's men's Billikens basketball action tonight as they face Fordham. Pre-game 6:45, tip at 7 on your home for Billikens basketball. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. So next Monday is the national championship for college football. Typically not a big night for me. You know, like I like it, but it's not like, oh my God, I can't wait. This year is different because two of my best friends are facing off. Wheelers, you guys know, went to Miami, played baseball. I don't know anyone who's more Indiana than Tom Ackerman. And Tommy joins us now. Hello, Aki.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
I am excited for Monday. I can't imagine how you two guys are.
I mean, it's the whole thing this last 2 years has been a dream. It's hard to put into words that we've had a record of 26-2 under Coach Kurt Signetti. I mean, it's just one more game to finish the deal and to go down in history.
And Tom, is that 90% of it? This head coach has just been able to put together this group of guys and coach them up to this point?
There have been a lot of things that have worked together. One is Indiana has taken advantage of NIL and the transfer portal. Indiana has a lot of money.
Yes.
They have big name boosters like Mark Cuban and others who have thrown a lot of money. The university has opened the door to football and has been very open to raising money and creating revenue through football. The fans have gotten behind it, the players, all that stuff. But Kurt Signetti's the one that's made it all work together. I mean, Signetti has an incredible drive to be great in everything that they do. And they have a chance to rewrite history here in that you do not have to go recruit five-star players. You don't have to be a blue blood brand. You can make the right decisions and be disciplined and be experienced, which he likes to go get experienced players, and you can win a championship. And he has won everywhere that he has gone. And now he is one win away from going down in history as not only, on the Mount Rushmore of Indiana sports, but it will be, I would say, the greatest coaching job in college football history, and you could argue in sports history.
So just speaking of Indiana will always be special to me because, as you know, Tommy, my daughter Phoebe, it was between KU and Indiana. And she still talks about, like, man, Indiana would have been really cool. But I'll never forget when we were driving home from our visit, she was like, I have never met a group of people, Indiana students and faculty, who are more proud of their thing. Like, they were like, Indiana was just like, hey, if you get in, you'll be really lucky to go here, that kind of thing.
Go back and watch this last game against Oregon and see the turnout of fans in Atlanta for the Peach Bowl. It was 95% full of Indiana fans, and if you watch, all you have to do is watch the first play of the game, and D'Angelo Pons picks off the first pass of the game and returns it for a touchdown. The pop of crowd noise is about as loud as I've ever heard, and my friends who were there said it's easily the loudest stadium they've ever experienced in any sport. It's a group of people who are letting loose now and are very proud. They're a lot like St. Louis, actually. I've always compared Indiana basketball fans to St. Louis Cardinals fans. Mm-hmm. They know the game, and they know it inside and out, and they appreciate it, and they care, and they can get very ornery and ticked off when things don't go well. But Indiana University as a whole is very proud of its Midwestern roots. They love to talk about how great everything is there. It seems like the perfect university. It's pretty close to it, and I think that they're very proud of who they are. And, I'm glad that she took a look at it. And, you can always transfer if you want.
So, Wheels, we'll get into the X's and O's. I've heard you guys talk about who should win and why, and you need a perfect game, X, Y, Z. But like we're talking about Indiana, I'm very unfamiliar with Miami. What's the vibe? What's the history?
You mean this like on campus and around this? So basically the vibe for the fan base is finally. That's how, finally, we're finally back where we should be. Like, if you were going to just say what exactly is the Miami fan base thinking, that's it. It's like it's been 24 years or whatever since we've been in this position, and there's no reason for it to be that way when you're in the hottest recruiting hotbed in the country in Dade County, and you have access to, money and facilities. And, the problem was they just had bad coach after bad coach, guys that weren't up to that job. And Cristobal has been, but you think about what he is. A native son who played there in the glory days, who worked on Saban's staff at Alabama, who was the head coach at Oregon. They needed somebody, though, that could really get back to locking down South Florida. And it doesn't hurt that Florida and Florida State are down at the moment, too, because you're going to win more of those recruiting battles and you're going to win more of those NIL battles and portal battles. So I think it's an interesting difference, right? Because Miami's the underdog, but the fan base is thinking this is where we belong. We should be there because that's what we got accustomed to, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. And I think it's an interesting difference because Indiana's clearly the better team, favorite, has the better track record and all of that. But it's also, as Tom described, the fan base is still kind of like getting used to this. Like, holy crap, we're in a national championship game.
So, Tommy, as I understand it, Indiana has an older team, a more mature team, physically, mentally, not too far off from some pro teams. They don't make mistakes. What is it about Miami that gives you concern?
Miami is a bigger team, and I think in some ways on the line play, they are more physical. And there is a chance that this is the best line that Indiana has faced, with all respect to Ohio State and Oregon. I think that Miami, the risk of perhaps some injury or, getting worn down is there. I think that Indiana has a quicker defensive line than it still gets credit for, and they do enjoy those type of matchups because they think that they can deceive the offense and disguise different packages and make it very difficult for you to figure out where they're going. But I think if I have a concern, it's that Carson Beck will play well, they will block well, and they'll be able to wear down Indiana's defense. If that happens, then you're going to put the ball in the hands of Fernando Mendoza, and he's going to have to come up with, similar to the Penn State game. Miami's way better than Penn State is, but in Penn State, none of this happens if Mendoza doesn't pull out a magic trick in the final 2 minutes of the game with no timeouts and gets sacked on first down, and is just unbelievable. Like, would it take that type of a drive at the end of the game to win it? I don't know that my heart can take it. What I prefer is that Indiana comes out, bull rushes them, and does what they've done to everybody else, but I'm not so sure they can bull rush Miami. I think they're going to have to be a little more creative in how they get this accomplished.
Wheels, if you guys win, what has likely transpired?
Then Miami didn't bite themselves in the butt.
They do that a lot.
It's my greatest complaint. Unforced mistakes like personal fouls. I'm not talking about like a pass interference where you get beat. Like, that's a different thing. I'm not talking about a holding call. I'm talking about offensive line pre-snap penalties. I'm talking about personal fouls, guy running the wrong route. Like, those are the areas that Indiana does not give you any ground, right? That's a team you cannot give that ground to. And as soon as you do, you're not getting it back because Indiana's not going to give it back. They're not the team that's going to turn the ball over 3 times. They're not the team that's going to take 8 penalties for 80 yards. They're just not doing that. So you can't give them a lot.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the biggest challenge. If you look at Miami this year, they have not lost a game that they've played a clean game. They lose when you look at the losses, SMU and Louisville, both of them, a lot of penalties, and Carson Beck threw 4 picks against SMU.
Yeah.
Like, if they do that, this will look like the Oregon game against Indiana. It'll be a blowout. And if they play clean, it'll look like what it looked like when Indiana played Ohio State.
So, Tommy, you and I believe I know you pretty well. While you're a much more stable, straight arrow guy than me, I know that you're an emotional, sentimental guy. And I know that Indiana means so much to you, not just because that was your school, but because of your dad and the relationship you had with Bobby Knight. Talk to me about what it's going to be like just sitting there and kind of sitting next to your dad figuratively.
Yeah, it's a really good point because my plan is to sit with my dad's one of his best friends.
Oh.
He lives in Miami, and we are planning to sit next to each other. I still have to secure the 2 tickets together. So far, I'm credentialed to get into the building, and I'm kind of working on. My friends are all taken care of on tickets. I'm working on Richard's ticket, but he lives in Miami. He's 84 years old, going on like 54.
Yeah.
He's got unbelievable energy. He wants to be there. He's a big football fan, not a fan of either team, but a huge college football fan and wants to be in the house. And obviously he's going to pull for IU for me. So yeah, there's a sentimental pull there. I mean, I grew up in Indiana. You know, my dad passed away right after my high school graduation, a very sudden heart attack at the age of 54. And when I went to IU, I went in with a lot of emotions, but I had to grow up real fast. And I had an incredible ride there for 4 years and got to meet some amazing people. I'll tell you what, Bob Knight, I was just telling some buddies today, Bob Knight would have loved to hang out at Kurt Cignetti practices. When I hear Cignetti talk, it sounds like Coach, the way that he makes it plain and simple. You got to be disciplined. You got to do everything that you do is great. You can be average if you want, be mediocre and be average, and you can go through life that way if you want to. But if you want to be great, you have to be great at everything that you do throughout the day. And that sounds like Coach Knight, and that's what Cignetti does. And so that, Coach Knight inspired me. I didn't spend every day with him. I was around him. I covered his program. But listening to him talk made me want to be better at what I did. And I didn't play for him or manage. He kind of wanted me to manage or try out to be a manager for the team. But I was around the team, and I learned a lot about basketball and life through him. And I was a huge football fan. I mean, my friends used to poke fun of me, like, Ackerman, geez, I mean, do you have to watch all 4 quarters? They're terrible. Why do you go to every game? Why do you go to every game and sit through the weather and sit through? And I thought, because they're almost there, guys. I mean, they were 8-4 last year, and and then the coaching change. And as an alum and watching this thing get so close, and but they were always second fiddle. It was always basketball season by the time the football team lost its 4th or 5th game. It is surreal to think that they sold out Assembly Hall in about 5 minutes for a watch party. That basketball got blown out by Michigan State last night, and nobody's talking about it. I mean, everybody is considering this a football school. How fast it flipped is mind-blowing and very exciting, and I can't wait for this thing to start.
Wheels, were you at Miami during one of the glory times?
During the first 30 for 30, yeah. If you were there if you watched the first, the U 30 for 30, that's when I was there. Yeah. It was right after Michael Irvin and Jimmy Johnson. Those guys had just left to go to the NFL, and Dennis Erickson took over, and that's when I came into college, and we won 1 championship while I was there. Lost the national championship game my senior year. So, I mean, Miami did not lose a home game my entire college time.
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
that's how it was, yeah.
All right, Tommy, we'll see you before then, but good luck and have a great time next Monday.
I appreciate it. It's going to be a great time, and all the best. Good luck, Wheels.
Good luck to you, brother. This will be one of the few times that a loss will not be a hateful loss. You know, like I hate losing to Ohio State. I hate losing to Alabama. I'm not gonna hate it if we lose to Indiana.
All right, guys.
Well, I appreciate that. I give the 24-hour rule either way. If we lose this game, I need 24 hours of to be by myself, and I'll give you 24 hours.
All right, sounds good.
All right, see you, Tommy.
All right, brother.
Tell you guys about Ophthalmology Associates and the Cornea and Laser Vision Institute. My doctor is Dr. Greg Birdie. Totally cool guy, so great. Phoebe came to Maureen and I a couple years back when she was going to head to KU and said, I think I need glasses. So I called Dr. Birdie. He got her in. She did. Pretty much the same prescription as me. She thought he was great. Like, I never know how Phoebe's going to go on someone, right? But she just really loved Dr. Birdie. His longtime partner, Dr. Malhotra, Drs. Royer and Brissati. Whether you are looking for just a really good, solid, very thorough eye exam to get your next prescription, and in Missouri they go stale after 12 months, or if you have some concerns, maybe an eye injury, maybe irritated eyes, maybe dry eye, maybe something a little more sinister, maybe you're interested in the LASIK procedure, which has come so far, or at my last exam with Dr. Birdie, he said I have little baby cataracts. He said you'll probably not need surgery until you're 75 or so, but if you're between my age and that, it makes such a huge difference, and they're just great at it. Give them a phone call, 314-966-5000, or you can go and book online at youridoc.com.
The 29th annual Winter Warm-Up is coming back to Busch Stadium in Ballpark Village, January 17th and 18th. Admission passes and player autograph tickets are on sale now. Team up with Cardinals Care to support St. Louis area children by purchasing your tickets now. It's one of the best events of the year with family-friendly activities, including tours of the Cardinals Clubhouse and admission to the world-class Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum. For more information, go to KMOX.com/events.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX 251. So, Andrew, you have a bit of an issue with all the GoFundMes?
Yeah, so Kevin was telling me earlier in the office about this, the guy that flipped off Trump yesterday.
Yes.
Well, Trump flipped him off, but
Trump flipped him off, but he called him a pedo
yeah.
protector.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He got suspended by Ford, and so now GoFundMe has been started for him. Now, typically these people don't start their own. Typically, it's like started for them. But you said it's raised how much, Kevin? You looked earlier. It was
Last
about
I saw,
$150K.
there was $150,000 in donations.
Yeah,
to that guy.
$150K.
He's up to 222.
Is it?
Oh, guys, he's up to 600,000.
Oh my God!
And he's so now he is being given $600,000 for what? Like yelling at a guy?
Well,
like,
it's because he got
very...
suspended. It's not because he yelled at him. He got suspended at work, and he's worried for his job. So this is what the GoFundMe was for. But now the unions come out and said, look, we're going to back this guy. We're not letting anything happen to him.
But let me just say this. I don't think many people donated because they were worried about him financially.
No, it's a political thing.
I think this is voting. People are like, screw
Precisely,
that guy.
but it's also
Yes.
not voting. It's throwing your money into the garbage.
Yeah.
And there are...
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Andrew, because it's not like, yeah, man, if you could just get me like a couple grand to get me through the next couple of months and I'm on my feet, that's totally different than like, now you get $600,000.
Now you're rich.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
now you're going to be given $1 million for nothing.
Well,
and
let's
there
see.
are
I mean,
so
like-
many other GoFundMes that are like, hey, I have really aggressive cancer and I can't pay my medical bills. Or like, I have 6 kids and I just got laid off and I really need some help.
Once you meet the goal, shouldn't they just cut it off at that point and be like, yep, we met our goal. Our goal was 10 grand and we made 10 grand. Here are some other GoFundMes that could really use your money. Like that's what that site should do.
You're exactly
honestly.
right. And you see those campaigns and they've raised like $10 from their neighbors or whatever. And then you see these campaigns or like, a lady that said something racist to one of the other parents at her kid's school a year or two ago, and then she ended up raising $400,000 for what? Because she was like worried she was gonna get fired from her job because of a racist tirade, and then all the other racists were like, "Don't worry, we got you. We'll give you hundreds of thousands of dollars."
Yeah.
It's like, what are you? That's so stupid.
Well, I mean, look, there's two things that go
And
into
if
this.
you
and
give
it's
to
not-
one of those, you are very stupid.
It's two,
I will go ahead
two
and say.
things, and it's not that complicated. It's the virality of the story. How big did the story go? Because you're right, it's terrible that somebody who said, hey, I've got terminal cancer and I can't pay for the treatments, or I have, this serious, and nobody sees it, so nobody donates, versus 20 million people seeing a story and then a percentage of them doing it. I tend to agree with you. Giving the money to someone in that scenario is ridiculous. This guy being suspended is a ridiculous thing, but he's got a union backing him. He doesn't need your money. But also, what's that guy do with it? Does he take it and pocket it? Does he give it to charities? I mean, I think the end result is going to be telling us whether or not this is a terrible thing or a good thing or whatever.
He's probably, why wouldn't he just take it and pocket?
I don't know. I don't know the guy. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll just be like, well, now I've got money. And maybe he'll say, nope, my job is saved by my union. I will do this in X, Y, and Z. I have no idea. I think the general point is correct, that it's weird to donate to things just because it hits you politically, right? Because that's what this is.
Yeah.
This is people that want to hit back at the president, and they're like, I'll support this guy because he told the president off. And that's ridiculous.
I mean, no, I disagree with that. If you want to give your money to that cause, like, that's totally fine. I'm just saying, once it hits a reasonable point, then put that money elsewhere. I don't get the and we're going to make you wealthy. Like, that's crazy, because then at that point, it's like, well, it's like Dave just said in the chat, like, who can I flip off to get this type of thing in motion? It's like they're like lionized. And it's I get why people want to help him out, but we always take everything and we go so over the top when there are many more people who could actually really use your help instead.
Mike Stewart, I wonder if that's Stu, says that he heard that Jonathan Ross, who is the ICE agent who shot Miss Good, was up to $550,000, and I think her wife is like at $1 million.
So again, similar ideas.
Yes.
People are donating because of politics.
Yes. Yes.
And those tend to be the ones that get the big numbers, right? It's not how sad the story is. It's not how big it is.
It's like when you go to a barbecue festival and you buy a ticket and you put it in the cup for your favorite pulled pork. Like, that's what's going on here. Like, this is the first guy we've seen really stand up to Trump in a way. Like, now, whether you think it was great or terrible, he's definitely impactful because people are like, yes, let me give you $10. So it's a weird, I agree with all of you, though. It's a weird way to vote. Yeah. Let me tell you guys about Dr. Matt Bays. Now, here's the thing. You have zero worries about Matt. He is a great guy. He is a great doctor. He's a sports medicine doctor. He's an orthopedic doctor. He does not do surgeries, but for the last 10 years or so, he's been really focused on doing regenerative medicine, which are the stem cell injections. I've seen him do probably a dozen different patients. I've spoken to those patients. I've heard their absolutely glowing stories. I'll never forget this one guy who was a special operator for the United States military, jumping out of planes, literally being shot, and he just has so little mobility, and he has chronic pain, and he said that the stem cell injections were the only thing that gave him any relief at all. But that's not all that Matt does. You can treat him sort of like an ER, that if you or your kid or someone has a slip and fall, tears something in playing soccer, you're swollen, you're bruised, you think it might be broken, go see Matt. Call him at 636-735-3003 or Bays, that's BAYES, BaysSportsMed.com.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RAIN.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler for FanDuel Sportsbook. That is the official sportsbook of KMOX, and, of course, my own official sportsbook as well. And they have turned on playoff mode, so all customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. So each game day, and this week that'll be Saturday and Sunday, each game day during the divisional round, you'll find a pack that's loaded up with multiple profit boosts that's waiting for you there in the app. And the boosts simply mean that it's a way to level up your playoff bets, and when you win more. So you pick the matchup you believe in. Maybe you take a shot on an upset. Maybe you want to build a parlay with multiple games or within a single game. However you want to do it, it's great. I've got my eye on the Bears and Rams this week. I'm also really interested in the Denver-Buffalo game. You know, Buffalo's kind of been there year in and year out. Denver's somewhat new to being at this level. Those are some of the games that I've got my eyes on for this weekend, and I'm going to be applying those profit boosts and going after the bigger payouts, and you can do the same thing. So go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. And remember, 21 and older and present in Missouri to play. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens, and restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-823-5544. That's 800-823-5544. 800-823-5544.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. The voice of St. Louis.
At 3:01, we've got a blue sky. It's 36 degrees right now downtown at the Arch. High-level talks at the White House on the future of Greenland ended today with no resolution. Correspondent Cammie McCormick has the latest.
Denmark's foreign minister says a fundamental disagreement remains, but the two sides have agreed to create a working group to discuss ways around their differences.
Whether that is doable, I don't know. I hope, and I would like to express that it could take, down the temperature.
Meanwhile, European countries like France and Germany said today they're sending troops to Greenland to support Denmark in securing the region.
St. Louis City is seeing a rise in a particular kind of firearm.
Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Cousins says ghost guns are on the rise in St. Louis City.
PMFs, which is privately made firearms, and those are the guns that people can make at their homes that does not have a serial number.
In 2025, the department seized 77 ghost guns, nearly double compared to 2024. Cousins says they did seize about the same amount of switches, which convert semi-automatic weapons to fully automatic. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Downtown and Downtown West saw a combined 1 murder in 2025, a sharp decrease from 11 the year prior. St. Louis City Chief of Police Robert Tracy says they understand downtown safety is paramount to the city and really the region's success.
Bringing events to our city, that's one of the biggest things. It's an economic engine. We just had the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. It was an absolute success.
Tracy credits not just the department's strategies, but Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore holding criminals accountable as part of the reason for the drop in murders downtown. As you've heard on KMOX, the State Board of Education has lowered St. Louis Public Schools' accreditation status. The head of the St. Louis Public School Board of Education explained on KMOX News this morning that multiple superintendent changes contributed to the district falling behind in a key audit.
We've given a date of January 31st, and we're pushing as hard as we can to be able to get that information, the documents that need to go to our external auditor, to have that report ready.
Dr. Karen Collins-Adams says the new superintendent, Dr. Myra Berry, was named in October and is working to catch up.
This late submission is something that she inherited, so we're working very diligently to get this cleared up so that this is not a mar on her leadership.
Collins-Adams points out the district is making progress on annual performance reviews for academics. Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
A longtime fixture of St. Louis television is trading the anchor desk for the director's chair at a local nonprofit. Rennie Knott has been named the new executive director of Lift for Life Gym. Knott spent more than 2 decades at KSDK, doing everything from covering the Olympics to hosting the morning news, but says he's ready to use his platform to help city youth see new possibilities for their lives. He starts his new role at the McKinley Neighborhood Facility immediately. From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. A lot of homeowners jumped on a brief plunge in mortgage rates to refinance their loans last week. Here's Jason Brooks.
The Mortgage Bankers Association reports that refi applications surged 40% higher from the previous week after long-term mortgage rates dropped below 6% for the first time in nearly 3 years, after President Trump said he would order Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to purchase $200 billion worth of mortgage-backed securities. The 30-year fixed rate fell to 5.99% before eventually moving back up closer to 6.2%. Purchase applications also saw a big gain at 16%.
Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now to Stiefel and Scott Bedell. Scott.
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. Most major stock indexes continued in a profit-taking mode as the banking sector and technology companies faced the most selling. On the day, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 42 points, or just about 0.1%, to 49,149. The Standard & Poor's 500 index dropped 0.5% to 6,926, while NASDAQ lost 1% at 23,471. The Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index went the opposite direction, however, gaining 0.3% at 1,674. Helping that index to move higher, Emerson Electric gained 1.25% at $148.15 $2.09. Bear Corporation up 6.6% to $12.09. On the downside, Belden Corporation slipped 0.8% at $117.89. Esco Technology fell 0.75% at $212.51. And finally, Stifel Financial down 0.4% to close at $128.68. From Stifel Financial, which is a member of SIPC and New York Stock Exchange, this has been Scott Bedell. For more information on our firm, we invite you to visit our website at stifel.com.
We've got the traffic signals out 70 East, and you get off at Jennings Station. Jennings Station around 70. The traffic signals are out. Also, Watson is closed at Lindbergh because of some utility work in that area.
The northwest flow is back. We'll look for some clearing skies going through our Wednesday afternoon. Gusty winds from the northwest, and our temperatures are slowly falling. We should be down into the low 30s by late today. Tonight, clear. It's cold. Pretty big temperature drop, 18 for the low. On Thursday, sunny and cold, 32. Thursday night, lots of clouds. Some light snow and snow flurries late Thursday night, 26. I don't think it's a big deal. Friday, partly sunny and 42, but gusty winds from the northwest will drop our temperatures in the afternoon. Saturday, partly sunny, 29. Sunday, sunny and 26. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
It's a blue sky. Right now, 36. The feels like is 19 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. What's up, Mitch? Mitch going back to Mizzou soon. Hope everything went well that first semester. So cool meeting Mitch, wasn't it? At the holiday show. That was great.
Yes.
Mizzou gets like a month off.
Oh, Phoebe's still home.
Yeah.
What?
College break is definitely 3 or 4 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, Phoebe she's been off since like the 10th, and I don't think she goes back till Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, we used to have to be back early for baseball. So you'd get to campus and nobody else would be there for another 6-7 days. You were just always a week before everybody else.
We didn't. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
We didn't
We
do
used
that.
to have to be back early.
No, it was great.
We didn't do that at SIU or at WashU. Like, it's just completely foreign to me to have like a month off for the holidays.
Yeah.
Let's do DJ's happy hour, and I'm going to start. Go to Sleep said something that triggered something I wanted to talk about. He says that this Greenland BS drives me insane. All the things being done to distract from Epstein are disturbing. I love it here, but also hate it here. That last line there is what sort of stirred me. And I think you guys will get this. So I have always considered myself to be patriotic. I support the military. I raise money for first responders and police officers. I put my hand over my heart when they play the national anthem. But performative is not the right word. That belittles my level of patriotism, but it's a bit performative. What we've been going through lately here with our country and everything that's going on and just all of it, I have found something very interesting. Something that's sort of unexpected to me. And I wonder if you guys can relate. I am now more committed to my country and more sentimental about my country than I was before Trump. And I think it's sort of like if someone comes for my family or if someone comes for you guys, you want me at the front of that bear den. I'm not an aggressive person. I'm no tough guy. But if you come after the people I love, it's going to end badly for you. And so all of this consternation that we've gone through with Trump, just going to say it, has brought that out of me. And I'm now much more dedicated to it feels more real. I feel like I have skin in the game as opposed to my country, that just sort of like, oh, yeah, of course I love the country. I grew up here. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Everyone else sucks. You feel me, Wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I didn't love being here, I wouldn't be here. I'd be perfectly comfortable leaving if I felt like that was necessary, but I don't want to. And I don't know when it started, but it's probably I think it started before Trump, maybe going back to W a little bit, where if you don't support what your current government is doing, you're not a patriot. And then that changes, of course, based on who's in charge, right? So people will say that when it's W, but as soon as it's Obama, well, now we got to question everything. And then as soon as it's your guy, don't question anything. Like, it goes back and forth with that, and that's what I don't like. The standard should be that you always want it to be better. This idea that it's ever good enough is nonsense. We should always be trying to make things better. There is no perfect. There were no glory days. The glory days for some people sucked for other people. And the whole point is we should be pushing towards making this place better all the time. Better now than it was 50 years ago. Better now than it was 10 years ago. Better in 25 years than it is now. That should be the goal. And better for everyone, not just for people who vote left or vote right.
Amen. Anyone else got something, Rach?
For the happy hour?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I want to complain about something, if that's all right.
Yes.
So I keep getting calls from my dentist's office, and it'll pop up. It's like, oh, it's the dental office, and I just send it to voicemail because I paid my bill and everything. I shouldn't have to talk to them. Then they'll leave a voicemail and be like, hi, please give us a call back as soon as you can. So then I'm like, okay. So then this has happened like 3 times now. I'll call back and I'm like, hey, Amanda called me. And they're like, Amanda, let me look that up. Oh, that actually wasn't us. That was our corporate office. We're running a promotion on Invisalign right now.
F those guys.
Dude, it's so wrong because they use the local number of the branch that I go to. And then they don't even say, because if they would just say in the voice message, like, hey, we're running a promotion, give us a call back. Great, I'll just delete the voicemail and move on with my day.
I'd be getting a new dentist.
But you leave me like an ominous, like, we really need to hear from you as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And today I felt like kind of a jerk, but I also stand firm in what I did. I didn't want to say, like, yeah, take me off the list, because I know they're not the ones compiling that list. And I didn't. But as soon as they said it was the Invisalign thing, I was like, okay, thanks. Have a great day. Like, in my voice, I was not happy. And they were like, sorry. Because they're always so sheepish and like, yeah, that wasn't us. And it's like, I'm not going to complain to the front desk person. They're not the one making these decisions. Like, I'm not going to ruin their day over it, but I am going to be like, all right, well, we're done here. I'm going to hang up the phone now. But it's just, that's the state of things now, is it's like, hey, we have your data, so we're just going to exploit that as much as possible. And we're going to like trick you into thinking something's going on so we can get you on the phone and try to give you a sales pitch. And it's very annoying.
Yeah.
What are they trying to sell you?
Dentists. Invisalign, because I had expressed an interest in Invisalign, so now I'm like on this
they got
list.
you.
Yeah.
Do not like. Do not like. If you have a message for me, leave the message.
Yeah, tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
Don't leave me shaking in my boots about my dental.
No one should be tricked or coerced into buying anything. If you find yourself not sure about it, just walk away, run away. Don't do it. It goes for all my live clients too. Like, no one, it's your money, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wheels got anything?
Yeah, I thought there are a couple things. And I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to pick, but I'm going to pick the one because I saw this yesterday and it affects all of us. So you saw Mike Kehoe made the speech yesterday about income tax, individual income tax, and they want to get rid of it in the state of Missouri, phase it out over a 5-year period. And look, we like Mike Kehoe.
Yeah, very much.
He's been good to the show. He's a nice man. I think he comes from like regular, humble, an upbringing and all of that. So this is not about him. It's just this idea that we're going to say, all right, we're no more income tax for anybody in the state. How are we paying for it?
How are we paying for it?
I don't know. I haven't heard a really clear illustration of how we make up that revenue in a very clear way without it just being different forms of different taxes on us anyway. right? See, like the states that have no state income tax typically have massive tourism, or they're retirement states like Arizona, right? And they have massive tourism too. But like the states that have massive retirement communities, they have all kinds of whatever it is, whatever their draws are. Like Florida, it's all going to be hotel taxes, right? Nevada, it's the Vegas tax. It's all the people going to Vegas. It's vacation people are paying all of that money. What do we have in Missouri that makes up that gap?
So they would expand the state's sales tax.
So we're still paying it, is the point. It's the same amount of money. We're just calling it a different thing, right?
Yeah, they seem to do that a lot when it comes to stuff like this. It seems to be like we're getting rid of, exactly like this. We're getting rid of income tax, but in exchange, we're doubling sales tax.
Let me be the dummy here. I would prefer to pay the tax in sales tax, even if I paid more, just because I don't clock it. That's how put my head in the sand I am. That's why I don't have millions of dollars.
Do you clock it on your income tax?
Yeah.
You do?
And I may well.
Personally,
like, do you look at your checks and see?
No.
Well,
but if you said, hey, here's what we've been doing.
Right.
And here's what you can do.
Right.
And if you want, you can just not buy anything, and then you don't have to pay it. I'm dumb enough that I would see a benefit in that.
Yeah, wouldn't you theoretically, at least potentially, pay less in sales tax than you would in income tax?
Could go either way.
It's going to change by the individual, but on average, you still need the same revenue.
Yeah.
To provide the same services, you need the same revenue.
Yeah.
So while some people might end up getting a little bit of a break, other people are going to take a punch in the face, and the net is going to be you need the same amount of money to run the state.
So the income tax represents 65% of our state revenue. Last year, we brought in $13.4 billion in state revenue.
So
that's
60%
a lot.
Tax.
Excluded from the sales tax is agriculture, healthcare, and real estate. So those things are not going to be that we wouldn't expand the sales tax there. In Kansas, this
did
went
in
very 2012. It went bad. They had to reverse course 5 years later.
Yeah,
it was not
really
working
badly.
out for Kansas. So I'm just saying, like, it sounds nice, like, oh, they're not gonna. I don't have to pay income taxes anymore. You still have, like Wheel said, you still have to pay your bills.
You need the same amount of revenue to. I mean, again, unless you're showing us where you're cutting things, and is what you're cutting going to hurt people? Is it going to hurt me? Is it going to hurt you? Is it going to hurt your neighbor? Is it going to hurt a family member? And if we're cutting something, we should be talking about what we're cutting. But if we need the same amount of revenue either way, then the only thing that fixes it is generating new revenue. So you got to do that first. Then you can talk about taking things away.
Yeah. Dave Hines says if we all had to pay our taxes quarterly instead of through deductions, I think we would watch our representatives a lot more closely. Definitely happened to me back in like 03 and 04. I tried some shenanigans and I incorporated, even though I was a W-2 employee, and I paid quarterly and it sucked. And that's when I got audited because evidently I was doing illegal things. But when you're writing a big check 4 times a year, man, you clock it.
So just looking into this a little more, the income tax would be phased out over 5 years. We would then start to allow taxes on certain services. Right now, you don't get taxed. Sales taxes are not placed on monthly subscriptions, digital services like online advertising, AI, ebooks. But we would still, we need to vote on this because we banned sales taxes on services in 2016. So there's going to have to be a lot of hoops to jump through to even see if this would possibly work.
And all I want, and I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying this is how this should work, because this is how it works in all of our daily lives. When you're running your own finances, if you're going to cut something or you're going to change something, you need to replace it, unless you're just going to cut back on everything you're spending. Right?
They're going to do a 4% cut in general revenue spending on top of this.
Right. So we're going to cut 4%, but this makes up 60% of our state revenue.
Is this just to lure more residents?
It could be. And again, this is why I'm saying I need answers. There may be an argument that says, hey, this is going to be something, but you're looking at it. When we moved here, as an example, we didn't look at just state income tax, property tax. We looked at all of those things, and we looked at the general cost of living. And that's going to include your sales taxes and all that. And you're not doing each of those individually, right? There's going to be a cost of living estimate. So if it doesn't change, right, if one comes down but another goes up, it still stays the same cost of living for the average person in the state.
God, you're such a grown-up. If I moved, I wouldn't look at anything.
Yeah.
I just find things out.
I mean, we looked at school districts and then we looked at cost of living. I mean, those are the main things that we cared about. And it's not, and I've looked at it in other places too, some places that have no state income tax. And again, the places that really can get away with that are the places that have draws. Yeah. Where else are you drawing revenue?
Yeah.
Are you drawing, like we had a person on the Nick said he moved to Nashville, no income tax. Yeah, because they have a huge tourist attraction in downtown Nashville. They have the music industry.
That's why I asked, because I hate to just crap on my home state, but I'm not sure that that's enough to lure people from other states.
And if there's a proven plan to do that, wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's do that, and then we can phase it out after we start to see that new income coming in, and then we can all benefit from that. That'd be great.
So I was just talking about what a child I am when it comes to business, and I kind of truly am. And when I did my real estate transactions with the Gelman team, it was fantastic because they met me where I am, which is a baby. But if you are good at business and you're like a wheeler and you're more of a grown-up and you can engage in these kinds of things, they're going to treat you thusly. I need extra help. I like to have my hand held when it comes to business things. So wherever you are in that spectrum, however much you know, however much you're comfortable or uncomfortable with the process, just know that the Gelman team are going to be there for you, right next to you, literally and figuratively, the entire way. The communication was so impressive. They didn't bug me. It wasn't like they're calling me on the hour, but there was never a time when I was doing these real estate transactions where I thought, man, I wonder what's going on with that. I haven't heard from them in a few days. The communication was open and constant and very relevant. They're great negotiators. They just simply have more resources than other real estate agents out there, which is why you're going to get a much better deal. Two things. If you want to find out what they think your house is worth right now, even just for you-know-what and grins, go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com, put in your address, and we'll give you a number. If that number intrigues you, up or down, give us a call. 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply.
Hey, what's up, flies? This is David Spade. Dana Carvey. Look, I know we never actually left, but I'll just say it. We are back with another season of Fly on the Wall. Every episode, including ones with guests, will now be on video. Every Thursday, you'll hear us and see us chatting with big-name celebrities. And every Monday, you're stuck with just me and Dana. We react to news, what's trending, viral clips. Follow and listen to Fly on the Wall everywhere you get your podcasts.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's 2026, and it's time to get your home zero-resified by calling our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $119, plus a free hallway, and take 15% off regularly priced services when you mention the KMOX special. ZeroResSTL.com.
This is Carol Daniel. I'm so proud to be part of KMOX's 100 years of broadcasting excellence. Congratulations.
You guys want some fun facts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Yoko Ono yesterday.
What's up with her?
Salvador Dali once conned Yoko Ono into paying $10,000 for a blade of grass. Yoko had offered to pay $10,000 for one of his mustache hairs, but he secretly substituted the blade of grass because he thought Yoko Ono was a witch and might use his hair in a spell. There's a lot of weirdness right there.
I understand that.
Okay.
If I didn't grow up in the time that I did, I would think both of those were made up names.
Makes sense.
Sorry, there's a lot to unpack with that. I was trying not to think about
thinking about that nose hair.
No need to.
Well, no, not that. I would also avoid if it was if I thought that she was a witch, I would avoid it as well. Like, right? That's just common sense.
Yeah.
I wonder what made him think that she was a witch.
Yelling.
If you accuse someone of being a witch, you should probably have you should just have some sort of explanation for that.
I would argue
think.
that he is just not very smart because witches are not real.
I love the last line of this next story. Yosemite National Park has struggled to design garbage cans because they have to be easy enough for humans to open, but complex enough so that bears cannot.
Oh.
And they found something. There is, quote, considerable overlap between the intelligence of the smartest bears and the dumbest tourists. Isn't that great?
But what about the picnic baskets? What are we supposed to do about those?
So they're kind of on even Steven between the smart bears and the dumb humans.
A new season, new faces, a new direction. The road to the 2026 St. Louis Cardinals season begins at the Cardinals Care Winter Warm-Up, January 17th and 18th at Busch Stadium in Ballpark Village. The Cards are building for the future, and KMOX has exclusive coverage starting at 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Hear from players, alumni, and Cardinals leadership about what's ahead. Exclusive coverage of the Cardinals Care Winter Warm-Up on the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
It is playoff time, and that means FanDuel has turned on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. So what that means is each game day during the divisional round, you are going to find a pack that is loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you right there in the FanDuel app. More boosts means more ways to level up your playoff bets. You can pick the matchups you believe in, or go ahead and take your shot on an upset. You might even want to build a parlay that fits the moment, and you're not going to believe this, but I like the Bears to cover against the Rams this weekend. Then you can apply your profit boosts and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So go to FanDuel.com/Missouri and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as a non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The St. Louis Symphony Orchestra brings the sweet nostalgia and soul-shattering passion of Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony to life this January. This energetic program also features performer Woah, playing a stunning concerto on the sheng, a mouth organ and one of the oldest known Chinese instruments. Don't miss this unique program. January 24th and 25th at Powell Hall at the Jack C. Taylor Music Center. Tickets at slso.org.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we've got a incident on eastbound Highway 70 just before Berkshire. It was a police pursuit. There was also a couple of minor accidents involved in it. They have the right lane shut down eastbound 70. Not a bad backup. It is jammed back at Jennings Station, but after that, you're good to go. Westbound, thankfully, isn't slowing for a look there. It's just a little busy on westbound 70, 270 out to Earth City, and right around A or a little west of A out through 61. Westbound 64, Kings Highway out through Clayton Skinkers backed up. Clayton Worcester to 270 is slow. And then from 364 out to 70, it's heavy. South 270 from Page down to 64 busy, and then midway down from 44 to Gravois slow. Southbound Tesson Ferry, we have an incident. I think it may be signal problems, but restrictions or delays from Butler Hill all the way back to 270, and it's a solid jam southbound Tesson Ferry. Southbound 55 backed up Gasconade Bates, and then the usual slowdown past Highway Z so far. I'm Roger Brand, the Michael's Flooring Outlet.com Traffic Center.
Don't get lulled into believing the IRS is getting soft. It's just the opposite. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. We are being told by IRS collection officers that their higher-ups are demanding that they get more aggressive than ever. So don't ignore them any longer. Level up. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call me, Lance Drury, today and let me get between you and the IRS. I'll protect your rights. At the Lance Drury Law Firm, our practice is focused 100% on fighting the IRS. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Drury Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis. Call 314-260-6120. Visit Lance, D-R-U-R-Y, law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
It's men's Billikens basketball action tonight as they face Fordham. Pre-game 6:45, tip at 7 on your home for Billikens basketball. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Before we bring Dave on, I just saw on Drudge that Iran has issued an assassination threat against the president, saying, quote, "This time we won't miss."
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So what was the other time?
I know.
Oh, I think there was an attempt.
Yeah, we found out that there was. I'm not sure.
Oh,
that
it was one that didn't get followed through
exactly.
on. Right, okay.
Right.
Yes. So, Dave is brought to you by the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk. Hello, Dave.
Hello there.
Yeah, that's pretty chilling, isn't it?
Yes, very, very.
Right in the middle of everything.
Do they realize?
They can't.
Like who they are compared to who we are?
I mean, they can't.
Because you do something like that to a nation bigger than you, you don't end that well.
No, you're right.
You know?
I don't know. Of course I don't know because I don't know anything about the military. But like the way they went into Venezuela kind of made sense to me, at least like if I were watching a movie. What they would do in Iran, I have no idea because it's not like it's happening in just one place. It's not like there's just one facility you can hit. It's about, they've killed thousands and thousands of people and I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is at this point, and I'm not arguing for or against intervening. I'm just saying if you were to get involved in this, it's not like you need to do a whole lot other than make it easier for the people that are already revolting.
You ever seen pictures and videos of Iran pre-Ayatollah?
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty cool. It was very Western. Very Western.
And that's what the pushback obviously was from the religious people.
Yes.
That's why the revolution happened way back when.
Yeah.
And now clearly, at least the young people, but I think it's more than that, the citizens of Iran don't want that. They don't want what their government's giving them, which is why you're seeing all of this. And think of it, you hate it so badly that you're willing to risk your life.
Yeah.
Because that's what every one of them does when they take the streets.
Yeah. Dave, going to get pretty chilly tonight, right?
Yeah. I want to just change the pace here. Just a quick touch. Dave, only for you. This is just an offer for you. I'm willing to sell you a one piece of my hair for $10,000.
Do it.
Hey, that'd be one piece more than I got now.
What if he's a witch?
If it would spread, I'd be fine.
Because we know you're a glamour witch, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. I can only make people look better.
Thinking about that story more on the break, I'm like, what a jerk. Like, okay, I think you're a witch. First of all, I'm just going to throw it out there. You're a witch. I'm not going to explain why. But I will gladly take your $10,000.
Have you ever?
Here's a piece of
Have you ever
grass.
seen an interview with Salvador Dali?
I don't believe so.
You need to. It'll put it all in perspective.
It will. It absolutely. Just looking at him, we'll put it all in perspective.
What a weirdo. Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Well, his art is so normal.
Yeah.
It's a shock.
We are 36 degrees right now. We were expecting this slow drop during the afternoon. Should be about 32 in an hour and a half or so. And that's the northwest flow. It has knocked on the door. We have several cold fronts coming through between now and Tuesday, and each one kind of brings a step down in temperature. So we're going down to 18 tonight. Tomorrow we'll start with sunshine, cold start, obviously, but a rapid increase in clouds during the day on Thursday, 34. The next cold front comes through Thursday night, cloudy skies. It should have just enough moisture to squeeze out of the atmosphere to produce some light snow and snow flurries, primarily late Thursday night into early Friday morning. An inch or less accumulation, 26. Be a dry, kind of windblown snow. Friday, partly sunny, ahead of the next front. So we're going to pop with a southerly flow to 42 degrees. Another front comes through Friday night. Some snow flurries around 21. Weekend is cold. Saturday, partly sunny, some snow flurries, 29, and Sunday, sunny and 26. Looks like another cold front coming through on Sunday night. So you kind of get the routine here with these northwest fronts. Not a lot of moisture to work with. Front moves in. We're ahead of the front. We get a little pop in temperature, southerly flow. Front comes through. Winds swing back to the northwest. We get a drop in temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Arctic is kind of letting itself go here over the next 5 days or so.
Okay. Dave Brian M says Mitch might pony up for that Dave Murray hair.
He might.
Maybe Mitch comes from money. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know that.
So yesterday when I talked about the Choppelganger, remember that?
Oh, yes.
Dave, I don't know if you were a part of that. Were you part of the Choppelganger?
I heard a little bit of that.
So I'm sitting next to Phoebe last night at the hockey game, and I said, hey, today on the show we talked about Choppelgangers. And she gave me one of the most genuine smiles she has in years. And she was like, I've yet to hear anyone say that word out loud.
You are a witch.
And it came from my dad.
Yeah.
And she goes, do you know about huzz? You guys know about that?
No.
Oh, my God, do I feel special. So as I understand it, it is a slang term. Could be for someone you're dating. Andrew's my huzz. Or it could be a group of people from the sex you're interested in. And then chuzz is if it's a group of chopped people. So if they're not very attractive.
If they're chopped huzz?
Yes.
They're chuzz?
Yes. Like, don't disturb the huzz. Like, there's a group of girls over in the corner. We're going to talk to them. Don't disturb them. But if they're not very attractive, it's chuzz.
Okay.
Why would you even need to talk about them if they're not attractive? Just leave them alone.
Yeah, while I appreciate
That's a little. I disagree. I disagree.
Don't call
let's
them
be real.
chuzz.
Let's be
Just
real.
be like, oh yeah, I'm not in
this.
Let's pay no mind to those ugly guys over there.
This dynamic is not new. It's called a different thing, but remember, I mean, Dave, you'll know this one. Both Daves probably do because it goes back to when I heard it for the first time in the '80s. But the whole "good from far, but far from good."
I've never heard that. I swear to
Really?
God.
Oh my God, that was a big. I know it's terrible, isn't it? I'm serious. That's an awful thing.
I thought I'd heard them all.
It's an awful thing, but like that was a common thing in teenage years in high school. You like look across the room, and you're like, oh, and then you get close, you're like, oh. Like that's, and it is terrible, but it's what's happening with what you're talking about with huzz and chuzz. Young people always do that stuff.
Yeah, and I do appreciate gaining knowledge on the huzz situation. I feel like we should all stay away from huzz and chuzz. You know?
Well, yeah, we definitely
don't know.
There are certain things. It's like, oh, it's nice that we get to know what it means, but we should definitely not be appropriating.
We're a little too
this.
chuggy for that. Wait, that's gone now, right?
I think chuggy lives forever.
Okay, I thought that was gone by now.
And I disagree with Rachel. We should
Yeah.
have a segment every day where that's all we talk about.
Just the whole segment is Huzz or Chuzz.
Or we can just call it what you said. Good from far, far from good. That doesn't have to...
Dude, that's the meanest
doesn't have
thing.
to apply to a person.
No, I know, but think about that. I mean, you could. We did apply it to
What
cars.
else would it apply
No, we
to?
did. We actually did say that about cars too. I'm not kidding you. We would see the car and like, oh man, and then you get up close, like, maybe not.
Oh, that's my neighbor's dog.
Yeah.
Good from far, but far from good.
No, I mean, like, again, it's absolutely terrible. But that's what teenagers and people around those age, they are terrible.
Yes, teenagers are terrible.
I mean, like, you're mean, and
Always
you're
have
not
been.
really sure why you're mean. You're just mean, and you're not even intentionally mean. You're just mean.
It's funny, too, because Rach said that Gen Z is treating the millennials badly.
Yeah.
And Phoebe is terrified of Gen Alpha.
Oh, they should be.
Yeah.
Oh, Gen Alpha are the scariest of all.
They're gonna be
Because I don't even know what
different,
they're
man.
talking about.
Gen Alpha are
They're like
genuinely
creating a
very
full-on
scary.
new
they,
language.
Yeah, they don't speak English.
Gen Z are scary, but they're still people. Gen Alpha are like gremlins.
Yeah.
They're like running around hanging from the ceiling and,
They only know how to communicate through
Hey,
Roblox.
listen.
Yeah.
If you need help with any generation, you just ask Gen X.
I really
We-
never
we
feel
can we can
old,
handle it.
but I feel old.
You guys are
today.
chos.
We don't take anything. I got to teach you how to not put up with bullcrap.
Headlines, Rach?
Headlines is brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. According to a new survey, 57% disapprove of the way ICE is enforcing immigration laws. Let's be clear, the way they are enforcing the laws. 40% say they support how the agency is enforcing immigration laws, and 3% said they were unsure or gave no response. The U.S. is allowing NVIDIA to sell advanced AI chips to China now. So they can only sell their second most powerful AI chip to Chinese buyers, and it does still come with a lot of restrictions. But this builds on President Trump's announcement earlier that he would permit the sales in exchange for a 25% fee to the United States government.
I read today that China just experienced their biggest period of exports, that they've never exported more goods than they have in the past couple of years. Interesting. Yeah.
The feds are investigating Elisa Slotkin over her video on the illegal orders. You guys will recall the Congress people who released that video saying, yeah, you don't, just a reminder, don't comply with illegal orders. And that video is now a reason for a senator to be investigated.
Well, they actually knocked down Mark Kelly's, I'm not sure what they did to his rank, but they dinged him on his pension.
Yeah, he's suing for it.
He's suing, yeah. And you know what? I mean, everyone who wanted to saw that video. It's not like a rumor, like, oh, I heard Andrew said this about Wheeler. No, it's they made a tape. They made a professional tape. And it's not the thing I think is the worst thing going on right now, but to me, it's the most empirical.
Yeah,
like,
it's blatant.
They clearly didn't say to disobey orders. They reiterated the law. And there's a Pete Hegseth speech out there where he says exactly the same thing.
Oh, yeah. It was just like 5 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go outside and practice falling down.
Yeah.
So I always forget that Janine Pirro is the U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia. And that's how Slotkin found out that she was being investigated when Janine Pirro's office called her for an interview.
Crazy.
Got some great news for Andrew. BTS has announced a 79-date comeback world tour.
All right.
They're coming back after their military service. So for 2026 and 2027, they're going to have their first full-scale run since before the pandemic. It's going to kick off on April 9th.
Are they
South
too
Korea.
old? Or are they going to be bigger than ever?
I think they're going to be maybe not bigger than ever, but I think they're still going to be very, very big. I think it's still going to be impossible to get these tickets, and they're going to be super expensive.
Don't they get replaced by younger versions? Or is that a different group? Those are different groups.
What?
No,
I think he's thinking of Menudo.
Is this a joke? Or are you being serious?
there were groups that came up, and if
Uh-huh.
you got too old, you got replaced by a younger version.
Yeah, that was Menudo, wasn't it?
Yeah, there were a couple of
Oh,
them. I think
What
there
is
were-
I didn't know that.
Menudo?
Girl-
It's
What is
one
it?
of the original boy bands from like the
Yeah,
80s.
yeah,
Oh.
They
boy
were
band,
they
girl
were
bands, yeah.
Oh. Well, now we have social media, so you can't just like swap somebody out and and no one notices. Like you could do that back in the 80s. Now people got phones on their cameras, cameras on their phones, whatever.
They just did it. And,
they didn't hide
made
it.
aware. It was like, okay, hey, this guy's leaving.
Yep, you
and
graduated.
Here
You're
comes
too
the
old.
other guy.
This guy's looking a little too manly. We got
No, you're not even joking. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they are old now.
A little too huzz, is that it?
Yeah, they're all chuzz now.
All chuzz.
They used to be huzz, now they're chuzz.
They are old now.
Oh, Lord help us all.
How old are they?
They're all around 30.
30's old.
Yeah.
For boy band.
I guess old for the pop scene, I guess, right?
It is if you're...
By the way, everyone in my family last night immediately knew their Choppleganger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm not going to share any. But
Can you tell us on the break? I want to hear it.
Knew them. Sure. Thank you, Dave.
All righty.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, they still have the right lane shut down eastbound 70 at Bercher as you come into the city from an earlier police pursuit that ended there. Eastbound 70, the delays, the jam is getting longer. It's back pretty much to Bermuda now. Westbound barely a slowdown through the area. It's not all that bad running westbound. I got a new crash north 270 north of Dorset. Left lane's blocked. It's jammed. It's closer to 70 than it is Dorset, but the jam begins at Dorset on North 270. South 270 slow, 364 down to 64, approaching 44 down to Gravois. Southbound 170 Olive to Brentwood's pretty busy. Westbound 64 is bogged down from Kings Highway to McCausland. It's slow, Clayton Worcester to 270. A little busy approaching Topgolf, and then approaching 364 out to 70. It bunches up a couple of times there. Southbound 55 south of Arsenal to Bates and north of Z. Down to McNutt is slow. Northbound, it looks like we have an incident at McNutt. We have a jam northbound, and again, southbound is slow. Still seeing a backup on Tesson Ferry. Slow at 270, backed up from at least Schussler down to Butler Hill. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Sandberg Phoenix serves your business in litigation, intellectual property, and products liability. We're more than a law firm. We're committed to your success. Learn more at sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
They're back and bringing all the hits.
This is Rascal Flatts.
Rascal Flatts, live at Enterprise Center January 17th. Sing along to all of their best songs. One night, one stage. All the songs you love. Tickets still available at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
We can be twinsies.
To
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. How this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at TurboTax.com/free. No schedules except for Earned Income Tax Credit, Child Tax Credit, Student Loan Interest, and Schedule 1A.
For your best vision, visit the Doctors of Ophthalmology Associates. They're the doctors' doctors, and what that means is more than 250 doctors trust their eyes to the Doctors of Ophthalmology Associates, Doctors Greg Birdie, Ranja Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. So you should trust your eyes to them as well. Doctors Birdie and Malhotra are also cornea surgeons. They're experts in diagnosis and treatment of diseases of the eye, dry eye, allergy eyes, cataracts, macular degeneration, glaucoma, and yes, they do LASIK surgery as well. So do it today. Make an appointment with the doctors' doctors, the Doctors of Ophthalmology Associates, and protect your sight. Call them at 314-966-5000. That's 314-966-5000 or youridoc.com. You can find Ophthalmology Associates at 12990 Manchester Road, just a half mile west of 270 on eastbound Manchester. youridoc.com.
Welcome back, DGS 350. Matt Pauley is going to join us at the top of the hour. One time, Kenny Rogers pulled off a perfect pump fake against Michael Jordan in a basketball game. Kenny then stepped back and hit a jumper over him. Yes, this is real. It was a celebrity game, and evidently there's like video of it, and they were taking it pretty seriously. And old Kenny Roger, the gambler, pump faked Michael and put one over on him.
That's wonderful.
It's pretty amazing.
I just looked up when he passed away, March 20th, 2020. So he left us right as things were getting real crazy around here.
Well, I wouldn't have had any idea.
Let's see here. Ooh, there's video.
Is it cool?
Dang it. I don't know. There we go.
Michael Jordan also sometimes called
it was a real pump fake, but I think Mike was going easy.
Got to go easy on the gambler.
He kind of like half.
He know when to hold
yeah, he kind of half-assed that.
Almost 17,000 fans have reportedly backed out of buying tickets for the World Cup because of American politics.
Jeez.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like foreign fans, I assume?
Yeah, I would assume that, yeah.
People coming into the country, yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting. Americans start to lose interest in drinking alcohol at age 32. Not sure about that.
It's a little earlier for me, but it sounds
That's probably.
right.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Because you're.
Usually, people have like their first kid by
Yeah,
then.
I mean, like, yeah, you're working for realsies and stuff like that. When you're in your 20s, it's like, ah. Of course, I say that. I never drank back then, so that's just how I ran around sober.
I'm not sure which award it was, but it was like a real award, not one of the major ones. But the dog from Good Boy, the horror film, beat out like Ethan Hawke and a bunch of human actors.
Aww.
And it wasn't like a joke. It wasn't like, oh, this would be funny. Like they really thought he was a better actor.
He should get the awards then.
I lost the award to a canine.
Who didn't know he was acting.
Who doesn't even know he's just
He
following
knows.
orders.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Has anyone else but me seen that movie?
Haven't seen it.
It's pretty good.
That's the one where he's the only one that can see there's like spirits or something?
Yeah.
How's the dog? Is he good in it?
Yeah. It was very impressive because the guy who produced it and I think starred in it, it's just his dog. And he's not trained at all, but he said he just sort of seemed to get it. So,
well, they
That's
love.
why he gets the Oscar.
They love joining in the fun with their owners. Like if you show them you're doing something and having fun, they're gonna do it. They'll be like, "Hey, this is great."
What's the most impressive thing you've ever had an animal do? For example, people call me a liar. On the lives of my kids, this is true. My dog Bandit could straight up play soccer. He understood the rules.
Mm-hmm.
He was a short, squatty little mutt, and he would move the ball back and forth with his snout. And he would defend me, and he would try to get past me, and we would play soccer all the time.
When I was sick of Gigi bringing mice up to the living room and leaving them half alive or dead, I said, all right, show me the mouse. Show me where they are. Show me where you're getting them. And she turned, and she walked downstairs, led me downstairs, and she took me right to this part of the wall where the insulation was a little mixed up.
That's just creepy.
And then she reached up with her paw and she smacked, and then a mouse fell out onto the ground.
No way.
And she looked at me like, there you go. there's where they're coming from. There's where I'm getting them.
How about you guys?
Lucy would open my closet door every night with her paw. When I would be like laying in bed ready to go to sleep, and she would just
closet
waltz
opens.
in. Yeah, she would waltz in and be like, "All right, I'm going to my room."
That's
and she'd open the closet.
Yeah, it's been a mix. Like we have the little guy now, R2. He watches TV.
Just straight up watches.
No, he'll sit there and we watch, and he watches, and he gets really pissed off when animals come on the screen, and he just goes nuts. But he sees the difference, and it doesn't matter if it's a cartoon or a real animal. If it looks like an animal, he loses it.
Many of you know that my inspiration for becoming an accident attorney was my brother Tim, who was rendered a quadriplegic at age 18. I didn't know what a personal injury lawyer was or what they did, but I soon did. Tim was treated terribly by the insurance company, and I became enraged. It was a constant delay and deny. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Tim later worked with me for 27 years. Last year, my hero died at age 65. You can see my eulogy for him by visiting mybrothertim.com. He was